What is up, everybody? It's your boy, the liberal loudmouth. All right. That was fucking weird, y'all. They've done this 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. What's up? These motherfuckers. If it wasn't so irritating, it would be funny. But it's not funny. But I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Oh, liberal loudmouth, you're such a conspiracy terrorist. They bananaed me for 3 days, Orion, and then immediately approved my appeal. Yeah. I'll show you the screenshot here. Fucking hell. They said I spread misinformation. I spread misinformation. Let me pull this up. Look at all the misinformation. Look at that. Look at that. Your access to go live will be restored November 22nd, 2025. And then seconds after I appeal it, it gets restored. And what's happening there is that there is somebody who has multiple accounts that is coming in and reporting. And it is a group of Zios. They did it to me yesterday, too. I got a banana yesterday and immediately got it approved. This is a group of Zios that hate me because I ain't putting up with their shit. And the more they fuck with me, I'll just say the more I'm going to fuck with them right back and push this fuck Israel message. Because if I'm being honest, I think Israel is a bigger problem than Donald Trump. I think Trump is just another tool that they're using. Yeah, it's definitely a Zio doing this. This is a group. I mean, I've literally seen them come in with 12 fucking accounts in my comment section, each with a different number. There is a piece of software that you can get that will allow you to create, 30, 40 accounts. You can do that, and then it'll like automate all of that stuff, and then they just go in there, they click buttons and boop, 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 and go through there and just mass report. And so when they get, however many reports in a short period of time, it's automatic removal. But the moment that I appeal it, then it comes back. And see, but look, it works, because if you notice, I only got 18 people in here. Before I had 60 or 70, and it was climbing. Yep. So again, guys, I hate to say this, but you've got to donate to this live to combat shit like this, because they want to stop me. And the only thing at this point that's going to stop me is my needing money and not being able to survive doing this all day. Because I spend a lot of time outside of just the show. So $sign Lib Loudmouth at Lib Loudmouth. It is what it is. But because I was in a position where it was, I could do it and it wasn't a big deal, but the shit changed. Let me get through some of these comments real quick, but I don't know if I'll play that whole video again, because it's like 3 minutes long. And I know to some of you, maybe it sounds crazy me saying that Zios are doing it, but I know they are. But like I literally watched them do this shit. DJT, and they're all like sneaky, they lie. Will come up. Zionist attack on the live. Agreed. Look at Kofi. It's worse than APAC. Uncle Ware. Is that what that's called? That software? I couldn't remember what the name of it was, but can we fight them in any way from the comments? No, because a lot of them aren't even going to come into the comments and say anything. They're just going to start reporting. Can we always appeal with writing? No, we must ban them. Let's see. Yeah, you need to get off the page and go get a job, Sean Hall says. Well, here, come on up, buddy. We can talk about that if you want. Single moms raise sassy sons. They voted for Kamala. This live is the proof. I'm not sure what that means for Fernando. Reset the gift goal. Thank you, Jesse. I'll get there. Host is great at unemployed things. Apparently not, Fernando. Apparently I'm not great at unemployed things. Look at me. because I'm like making money off of this live, which is crazy, which means I'm not unemployed. Fernando, maybe the house should get a real job and stop begging people to give him money. Oh, hey, there's Bubba. Hey, Bubba. This is a Canadian, guys. Bubba is a Canadian who pretends he's a nice person. And look at what he just said. And Bubba, I've invited you up. I'll smoke your fucking ass when you get up here if you'd like. You little maple syrup bitch. Talk shit. If you want to act like a man, get up here. Don't be a coward in the comments section. You got something to say it to my fucking face, homie. One question for you. Oh, Connor, look, it's the Zio Connor. Happens to pop up when all of this stuff is happening, Connor. I see you, motherfucker. Bubba, what's up? You got something to say?
No, I'm just saying, that's all you do out here. You always ask people for money and shit, so whatever, right? You're innocent.
Do you have a problem?
Do you have an innocent human being?
Do you have a problem with people asking to be paid for what they do?
I've given you many money over the times that I've been in here, but then you two-face people and you call them all that shit that you allowed that woman to say that day.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna mute you right there. That I allowed somebody to say, listen, one thing about this show is I don't tone police people. I try not to. And people are, if you have a problem with something somebody else says, that's between you and that other person, not me. Do not attribute to me what somebody else says. Now go ahead.
So you allow your subscriber, and I'm assuming that's what she was, to say shit that it didn't say, and that really pissed me off.
Who? So Maverick? Are you talking about? Son of a bitch, are you talking about Maverick?
Yes.
I don't think she's a subscriber. Maybe she is. I know her other account that she was subscribed to got sniped by Zios, but I don't think she's a subscriber. But what does it have? What does somebody being a subscriber have anything? You think if somebody subscribes to me that I have control or should have control over them?
No.
Then why would you bring that up?
Control over them because they do subscribe to you.
What? I'm not going to tell you what to say. Why would I tell somebody else what to say?
No, I'm just no. I think you took that out of context, but that's
maybe.
Okay.
Well, explain it to me because I'm confused.
Well, I just feel that if you have a subscriber, somebody that actually is monthly paying on for your thing and so on and so forth, you may allow them a little more than what you would allow another person to say. That's not a subscriber.
Well,
that's how I feel.
Here's the thing. I've got, almost 60 subscribers, and I have to go and manually look at people, and when they're in the request box, it doesn't show me. So half the time, I don't know who is a subscriber or not unless I go and look. So if somebody, and let me pull somebody up here who can rebut what you're saying. Pyre is a subscriber. Pyre, how many times have I dropped your ass?
So many times. It's not even fucking funny. I've been
How many
muted,
times have I
I've been
bitched
dropped.
at you directly because you wouldn't shut the fuck up?
Right. Even in DM. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I was a cunt. Like, you're probably right about that. So maybe let's chill the fuck out. Because I gotta tell you, as somebody who subscribes to this channel, if you think my fucking ass can be bought for what, $4.99 maybe
$2.99 is my
$2.99.
It's $2.99. Yeah,
that my ass can be bought for $2.99. You better get your head out of your fucking own, man. Get the fuck out of here. You really think that there's this grand fucking conspiracy going on for people that give this man $2.99 a fucking
I don't
month?
even get all of that for the record.
A fucking month, Bubba.
I get 40% of that. By the way.
Yeah,
are you fucking serious?
You sound
like you're habitually fucking online. Hi, the adults are talking now, and I have been
being an adult.
This is how Pyre talks.
So why don't you shut the fuck up?
See, there it is. There we
Okay?
go.
Because
Perfect.
what's going to happen is
Great
you're going to sit
start.
the fuck down and shut the fuck up. You're a fucking Canadian and you're trying to play naming yourself Bubba fucking
Listen to
Clinton
this.
like you
Listen to
have
this.
any fucking involvement in
Wow.
US politics whatsoever.
Wow.
You're lonely, you're bored, you're
Wow.
habitually online, and you need to pull your head out of someone else's dick hole. Maybe Paula's? Oh, okay, but I wasn't going to say that.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Look,
Exactly what I'm
Go
talking about.
I
cry
didn't
on
say any of
someone
that.
else's fucking live.
Yeah.
This is
Log
exactly what I'm
off
saying,
and
bro.
cry to your
It's
fucking mother
hilarious.
for
What did
Okay.
all
he
I
do?
give
He
a
brought
shit.
up
Hold on,
people
Pyre. Hold on,
to
Pyre.
attack me.
I want to hear.
That's what he did. He
No,
brought
no.
up people to attack me.
No, I
Good,
brought
good
up
on you.
somebody.
Good on
Okay.
you, host.
No, listen.
Once again, that's
Listen,
what you
Bubba.
do.
Okay,
Good
you're
on
not
you,
going to
bud.
listen. You're not going to hold on, Pyre. You're not going to alter reality. I brought up Pyre to vouch for the fact that I will shut down a subscriber no matter what, even though I know she's a subscriber and I've done it several times. And I brought up Maverick because you were talking shit about her. And she gets to defend
Pyre.
herself when you're over here shitting on her because it was her that you had the issue with. And you were down in the comments section, bro, talk about, oh, you need to stop begging for money. I'm up here doing a job that entertains many people. And if you think that I should have to give my time for free, fuck you. If you want to go and donate your time for free, you can do that. But I've never in my life ever done work for free.
Like, honestly, go eat Paula's ass and tell her I said to kick fucking rocks. Like, I'm so sick and tired of you fucking people.
Wow. Yep.
Let me
No
say
problem.
Excuse me.
Okay. Are we done?
Let me say
Screwing
Yeah,
on me?
no,
Remember,
Maverick
Pyre
gets
came up.
a chance to defend
You're
herself because
disgusting.
And
you
before
were talking
Maverick had a
shit.
chance to defend
Serious
herself,
issue.
Pyre came up and attacked you
You
all
have
on your own
serious
because
issues.
you're a soft maple syrup
You're,
crybaby bitch.
and you're crazy, lady. You are
let
not.
me say for the record, Bubba.
Oh, I've got to remove Pyre. God damn it. What the fuck?
I am not a subscriber, Bubba. I am not a mod, Bubba. The reason why I come to this live and like this live is because he does not censor people. This is a freedom of speech live. The reason you have a problem with me is because you were speaking about our country with your compatriots with
No, I wasn't.
negative.
That's a lie.
Excuse me.
No, I don't have to excuse you when you lie.
You're doing it again.
But
You
you
were
lie.
being negative.
So why
You were
should
being
I? Why
derogatory
should
to
I
our
listen to this when
country.
you lie?
Excuse me, and I put you in your place.
No,
And I
you
told
didn't. You
I
lied.
told you that you're
You're
from
a
a shithole
despicable human
country
being.
and go, oh, well, I'm despicable when, as long as we're allowing you to shit on America, we're okay.
I
But
did
once
not
we
do
put
that
you in your
whatsoever.
fucking place,
I did not do that whatsoever.
Bubba, I just
I
want to say
didn't
this
do
to
that.
you, Bubba.
You
I
did
am
that
not
to
a
me.
subscriber. So you came up here and you told a lie. You
I
said
did
that he
not.
favors subscribers. I'm not a subscriber. Number two, Bubba, this is work that this man is doing. Why don't you go tell Don Lemon and Joy Reid and all of those other
Because
people
they're
who
real
were once
people.
on
Not
television
like this joke
to
of a
stop
host.
begging on the internet because they're
This
on
guy's a
TikTok
joke.
asking for people
He
to send
thinks
them
he's something when
donations.
he's nothing.
Excuse me.
I know I'm
And
something. And I know
and
you're
once
nothing.
You're a
Because if you
joke,
were
is what
something,
you are.
if you were something, you wouldn't go into somebody else's
You're a
country
joke, is
and
what
then
you are.
do nothing but cry about their
Yeah.
country and then go in and defend Canadians of your own that
You
shit on our
think I'm-
country because that's what you did. You did
That's
the
what you
exact
did.
same thing that you're complaining that I did. You allowed Jay, who was up here, to show this Canadian supremacy towards my country and shit on us. And when Maverick called his little bitch ass out, you then started crying for him. You defended him just like Trump defending fucking the schmurderer Khashoggi, Mohammed bin Salman. That's what you did.
You're a liar. You're a
No,
flat-out liar.
guys, it's all on YouTube. It's all
I'd
on
like you
YouTube.
to play that back so you can
And
eat
for,
your words.
I'm
you
not
can
your
go on
monkey,
YouTube.
bitch.
You can go,
See,
and
that's
listen,
the
for the
best
record,
part, is
guys.
you're lying.
Excuse me.
I'm
for
not
the
your
record,
monkey.
guys, for the record,
You're
this
liars.
Canadian,
I don't need to listen to this.
This
You're
shitty,
lying.
filthy
Well, then-
Canadian
then
from a
go on.
shithole country.
You don't have to be
This
here.
shitty Canadian.
You invited me
also
up, you
has
fucking loser.
excuse
Yeah,
me,
because you were talking
excuse
shit.
me,
Didn't you,
Excuse
But
me.
you
loser?
don't
This dirty,
listen.
Didn't
filthy
you fucking
You
Canadian,
loser?
this
listen.
filthy,
That's
dirty
what you
Canadian
are.
who
He's
is
like, you
talking
invited
shit
me up
about
here.
our
He clicked
country.
the accept button. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
And
it took me a bit because I was
listen.
like, do I
Look at the
want to do
picture
this?
he has,
Because
guys.
you're a
Look at the
joke.
Because
picture
you were
You're
he
a
afraid.
has.
joke, man.
You
Look at the
took a
Get a
picture
real
he
while.
job,
has.
buddy.
You took
Get
a
They
a
were
job.
while.
seconds. Listen. They were
Mm-hmm.
seconds away from hiring a fascist a fascist in Canada, of electing a fascist in Canada, trying to tell us how superior they are to us, how fabulous they are, how we should turn California and several other
That's
states,
right.
and they should become part of Canada. Fuck you, motherfucker. We get to talk shit about our country, not you motherfucking dirtbag shithole bitches. And for the record, you got one of our presidents as your profile picture making fun of Bubba Clinton. Bitch, make fun of Justin Trudeau sticking his tongue down Katy Perry's throat. Ho. Now you can drop me if this fucking app wants to fuck with us. So if you're Canadian, if you're a fucking Zionist, you can get fucked, bitch. We Americans can talk shit about our own country, but don't bring your maple syrup twat licking ass up in here and talk about our fucking country in front of us thinking we're gonna accept that shit.
A fair point, I think.
And go report that, Bubba, you snowflake bitch.
Real quick, Justina, thank you for the $10. Carrie, thank you for the $25. I appreciate that. Look, anybody that's bitching about me begging for money, you want free shit, okay? And me being a democratic socialist, I ain't even gonna expect somebody to work and not be compensated for it.
And for the record, this is work, guys. If you go to Don Lemon's live, who has like almost 1 million subscribers now, he's asking for his putting his Cash App, his
Uh-huh.
Venmo, his subscriptions. Joy Reid's doing the same thing. Roland Martin, all of these people who are now independent and have to use the new way of communication because they have to keep their platforms going. Independent platforms, guys, that you like to come to, you have to support them. This one is being shut down because the Zios are watching it. We got fucking his
That's
ex
what's happening.
mods. We got ex mods watching. Now we got fucking maple syrup twat licking Canadians coming in here in droves because we've defended our country no matter how fucking bad it is. If I call my sister a cunt whore and then you call her a cunt whore, I'm gonna punch you in your motherfucking mouth, bitch. Only I get to talk about my own family. This is our family. We get to talk about it. You bring your Canadian ass up here and respect it. Now we have a baby unaliving IDF soldier up here named Connor. Okay, go ahead, Zio.
How are you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm
So
good. How
are you guys? Because you're in here every day. I see you in here every day. Are you guys fucking with my shit? Just be honest. I mean,
I've never reported and I've never done anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, I think that it's a misconception that like Zionists are taking down lives. It's not true. But let me just ask you a question, host, if that's all right.
sure.
There's been a lot of discourse recently because of Trump's meeting in the Oval Office yesterday with Mohammed bin Salman or whatever his name is. There's been a lot of discourse on 9/11, and it's the conspiracy theory that Israel had something to do with 9/11 is re-emerging, and I would assume.
True.
Oh, I assume that both of you think that it's true.
I don't know.
So my question
I think
is,
it's true, and I think that
Yeah,
you
I don't
unalive
know.
Charlie Kirk
So
too.
then,
You
Mavericks.
fucking bastards.
Okay,
You're subhuman creatures.
Okay, Maverick. So my question to you is, if Al Qaeda admitted to it and Osama bin Laden admitted to it, then how do you blame it on Israel? Is my question.
I blame everything on you. Listen, let me ask you this question, since you want to ask about Osama bin Laden admitting to it. Every time Israel is involved in something, they never admit to it. They didn't admit to unaliving our soldiers in 1967 on the USS Liberty.
They
Liberty.
did it.
How come
We
you
we did
lied
it.
about?
We did
Excuse
admit
me.
to it.
How
We
come
did
you all
admit to it.
lied about that, unaliving our soldiers?
We did
And
admit
how
to it.
come you didn't do it?
Maverick, we admitted to it, is what I'm saying.
After
Yeah,
it was
you
proven
can't
that you
admit.
did it.
You
Excuse
can't
me.
admit to something
Can
before.
you listen? Hey, why don't
No,
you
no, no, no,
admit
no.
to all
They admitted it way after. They tried to cover it
way
up. They
after?
tried to
No, no,
claim,
no.
Way
oh, it was
after.
an accident. It was an
Yeah,
accident.
it
Even
was
though
an accident, but
the
we
audio
admitted it.
came out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the
we always
transcripts
admitted.
came out that
So,
they knew.
host, we always admitted day of that it happened.
No,
We
you
never.
didn't.
Yes, we did. Look at the history of it. We admitted day of that it happened.
No,
No,
I
you
think
didn't.
I think the difference is what was intentional and what wasn't. They
Yeah.
claimed that it
Well,
was an accident, but
we
we know
stand
that
to
that's
this
not
day.
true.
We
It's
claim
like
to
with
this
the
day
it's
that
with
it was an
Connor.
accident.
It's like with the
It
food
wasn't an
workers.
accident.
Oh, we accidentally BOMB those food workers from the World Kitchen with the
Maverick,
big letters on top of their vans.
Maverick,
We
I'm down to get
accidentally
to that.
BOB 3 and 4 vans. Listen, you guys are disgusting.
I I,
Connor,
I understand.
sweetie,
I understand.
Connor, no one in the world believes you guys anymore. No, you have no sympathies.
I
People
understand,
aren't
Maverick. I
people
asked a
will
very
never
specific
care
question.
about you. You can infiltrate governments, you can
Oh.
infiltrate all the things that but you are still the synagogues of
So
Satan.
you don't want to answer the
You're,
question? I asked a very specific question about Al Qaeda and Osama bin Laden admitting to 9/11.
and what's your point?
I want to know, how do you blame Israel when the people who did it admitted to doing it?
Okay, so let
Well,
me
let
get
me
this
let me
straight.
pull
So
up somebody.
wait a
Let
minute.
me pull up somebody real quick that
We had some
admitted to something
airplanes go
too.
through a building, through two
Correct.
buildings.
Correct.
All of the buildings collapsed with the metal, the cement, and all of that. But they miraculously found IDs of these T group people. They found plastic IDs of saying the full names of these Muslim people. Does that make sense to you?
Well,
I'm saying that Al Qaeda and
No,
Osama bin Laden
no, I don't
himself
believe it.
admitting.
I believe you all did it. I believe
So why would he
you all
admit?
funded it.
Why
I
would he
think
admit
you
okay.
to it?
all in
So Connor, you asked why would somebody admit to something that they didn't do?
I didn't know. Not
Remember this guy?
somebody. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Listen,
remember
host.
this guy?
Anyone? Yes, I know what you're about to
who?
If
say.
there's a
Yeah.
good, well, hold on, Connor. If there is a conspiracy here, because I believe that there is, I believe that somebody else unalived him, not the guy, or that there were other actors involved behind the guy that might have done it. And yet this fucking guy comes in here, and who's he with? What section of society does he run with?
Ooh.
And
White guy. I have
yet
no
he
idea.
admits that he did it, and it was a lie, and they just let the motherfucker go.
And do you know he was also supposed to
So
be someone
you're
around
telling
9/11?
me that if Israel did these things, that they're incapable of getting somebody to take the blame for something that they did? Connor?
What I'm saying is that, here, look, I have this right here from
It-
2004. Listen, wait 1 second. Al Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden appeared in a new message aired on Arabic TV station Friday night for
Uh-huh.
the first time, claiming direct responsibility for the
I know what you're
2001.
talking about. I lived through that, Connor. I lived
Yeah,
through it. I've
listen,
seen the
so-
video of a man that didn't look like Osama bin Laden. Yes, I've seen that video.
So you don't think that was
There
Osama
are
bin Laden?
questions of the authenticity of that video, correct?
But can I ask you a question, Connor?
Wow.
If Osama bin Laden
Wow. Well,
And you have
hold
to-
on, Maverick, because Connor never answered my question.
What's your question? Sorry.
You do understand that other people who do things can get other people to admit that they did those
Listen,
things?
it happens all the time, especially
Uh-huh.
when people want people
So-
want notoriety, especially when groups
So
want
when
notoriety.
you-
I completely understand
So
what you're
when
saying.
you
But
when
there's
you say
unrefutable evidence.
why would a certain party admit to it if they didn't do it, I have to point to you that it's still possible that they would do it and be lying about it.
There's video in the airports of Mohammed Atta, who was the chief hijacker with unrefutable ties to Al Qaeda, and we have him on the air traffic control tapes too. It's not like this is something that you can deny. You can say that the United States government might have known things. Those are fair conspiracy theories. But for you to say that it was anyone besides Al Qaeda and Osama
Wait,
bin
you
Laden,
said we
is
have them
just
on
ignoring.
surveillance. Who the state of Israel has them on surveillance, Connor?
No, the United States has it, and I'm
But
assuming Israel as well.
you said we, and you said you live in Israel. Where is this we coming from?
We have the intelligence as well.
Oh, so you have that intelligence, but you could not have the intelligence of knowing that those people on October 7th were doing what they were doing, since you have such great intelligence. But you
We
just
had-
forgot to have intelligence
we had-
that day.
We had intelligence that Hamas was probably planning something too, and we had
A year in
listen,
advance.
Hamas wasn't
Yes.
hiding the fact that they wanted to do it. You're 100% right. It was a defense and intelligence failure, and a failure to act on
Bullshit.
warnings that was.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you can think that's
listen.
bullshit, that's
Prior
fine.
to that, Connor,
Okay, so when we have people come up here and tell us that you all are the most impressive people, and then
Yes.
list billionaires,
Appreciate
and
that.
then you want to turn around and tell me that you guys are stupid?
Yeah, we're not perfect. We're
No,
capable
that you're
of
completely
we're
stupid, because
capable
let me
we're
explain
capable
what
of
that is.
failure.
If
Sure.
you get a fucking year in advance notice that somebody is going to do something and you remove your troops on the day that it's supposed to happen, that's called stupid if it's not intentional.
When we built the wall in between Gaza and Israel, we thought we were immune from ground attack from Hamas, but we were wrong. Simple as that.
They were
Right.
accomplices. You love that
Accomplices.
Hamas if they did go in there. And here's my thing.
Yeah.
I
Let's say
love that
Hamas did
Hamas
go. Wait a
attacked
minute,
us.
Connor.
Trust
Hamas
me,
went
it's the
in
worst
there.
day. It's the worst day in our
Excuse me,
history.
Connor. Hamas went in there. All of a sudden, Hamas is now some super ninja where they can lop babies' heads off, do massive grapes, take people and beat the shit out of them, and then all of a sudden drag hundreds of them through a fence and a hole, and you
Yeah,
all weren't there to stop that?
they were
Or do you think that we are stupid in this room to
They
believe
do think
that?
we're
they were
stupid.
kind enough. They were
They
kind
do
enough to
think we're
take video
stupid.
of it. So it's not like I'm saying that. We have proof of it. They
So
were
you're
kind enough to
saying
take
that
video.
they were like ninjas and they had time to
With
lop
massive
these. Wait,
tractors.
wait a minute, right?
And
But these are people, right?
these
These are
slow ass
people.
motherfucking aerial vehicles,
Yeah.
man, they had to circle around to fucking land in the oh, it's like that
Yeah.
fucking scene off of the Austin Powers when he's like,
Yeah.
no, he's screaming no at this fucking the roller going like 2 miles an hour, fucking half a mile away.
Connor,
Yeah.
these are people who lived under this occupation with advanced military and surveillance equipment, decided that they were going to crawl through a hole, have time to lop off babies' heads, and grape women, take their wiggly worms out, knock her down. They had time to do all this and was not worried about getting in and getting out. Are you wanting us to believe that, Connor? Are you really wanting us to believe that?
Hamas had plans to stay for several weeks in these settlements. They thought that they were going to be able to hold down these settlements for several weeks, not a couple hours.
Right.
So yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
it's the truth.
Right.
So now you're telling
Helicopters,
us
tanks.
crawled,
They're
right,
like, we're gonna hold this shit for weeks.
weeks.
For
Well,
weeks.
they believe that as long as they held hostages in these settlements, that it wasn't going to be
No, no,
illegal.
honey,
Or
whoever you're
let me
getting your
offer this
story
thought.
from.
Let me offer this thought. They thought they could hold it for weeks because up to that point they had the approval of Benjamin Netanyahu to do exactly what they did.
Hello. Amen.
That's the only way that those people
it's
would have been
crazy how
able
you
to
have-
believe
Listen,
that they
host.
could hold, shut up, that they could hold a space for a fucking weeks in one of the most advanced military societies
that's something
where
new.
everybody,
I'm hearing.
every citizen is a fucking soldier because they have to be in there. You're telling me that these people were so dumb that they thought that they could take it for weeks. Horse shit.
Host, you know what surprises me? How you have all the knowledge that no one else in the world has when it comes to. One second, please don't interrupt me, please. When
I'll interrupt you if I want to.
I
Here,
know you
and I'll
can.
fucking mute you if I want to. Don't preempt. Don't interrupt me. I hardly ever interrupt your ass. So why don't you shut the fuck up? And I'll just keep talking if you want to do that.
I'm not.
Holy
I'm
shit.
Not, am I being disrespectful in any way? I'm having a conversation.
Yes, you are.
I'm not being disrespectful in any
Yes.
way. But
Yes,
you
you
guys
are.
have been disrespectful, and I'm not
You're
giving it back.
li-
to all.
Told him to go
here,
fuck yourself
yeah.
the other day.
Yeah,
Connor.
you said
Connor,
fuck you
his
and
calm
drop.
demeanor
Yeah.
is not working. We
Look,
know
you-
that you
I
are
don't-
a
Right.
very angry
We know.
person.
Yeah, you
Continue with
are.
Can I continue with my points, please?
Sure, but I mean,
Thank you.
don't say. Please don't interrupt me whenever I
What
don't
surprises
generally interrupt you.
What surprises
Get rid of
me?
killed this can't see me lunatic Dims. Don't keep spamming, bitch.
What
You can get out of
surprise?
here.
What surprises me
You
is
know you're a Zionist, but don't keep spamming.
you take things that are accepted generally, such as 9/11, October 7th, and you have all the information that no one else has. That 1 second.
Connor, do you think
Well, let him
Zionists
finish.
are good people? Do you think they're good, decent human
Maverick,
beings?
let him finish his point.
Yeah, thank you. Let me finish, please. You have unrefutable evidence that Al Qaeda and Bin Laden were behind 9/11. We have unrefutable evidence. Now, listen, you can agree with Hamas's MO, and you can agree with their attack on October 7th, but you can't disagree with facts and video evidence of what happened on the day. To answer your question, Maverick, yes, I believe all we want is what anyone wants is to live in peace and to stop sending our kids to die. So yes, we are good people. I am a Zionist, and we are good people.
So good people
no, you're not.
unalive 40,000
Okay, to
babies
respond to you,
and
I never said that I had irrefutable proof that this, that, or the other happened. Right? Never said that. I said what I believe is possible. A lot of this is speculation on my part. I can't prove some of the things, but look, listen, I've got a Mossad clip from 60 Minutes where you guys openly admit to creating it's like Truman Show. It's like Truman Show. You created fake corporations, dude. And you did this for 10 years. You guys took over the manufacturing of these fucking pagers and walkie-talkies from a legitimate corporation, ingratiated yourself into that space with your own salespeople. You did a whole ass thing in order to disperse boom booms across the world, and then sat on that for 10 fucking years. And you want to act like you're good people and that you can't speculate, oh, this is all conspiracy. Motherfucker, you guys are creating the conspiracies, and it happens over and over and over again. And your Mossad fucked up when they went out there and told everybody, ha ha ha, look what we can do. Look at the advancements of our fucking ability to do these intelligence operations and make people believe any goddamn thing. So yes, you guys are sneaky little fuckwits, and you smile while you boom boom kids in a fucking grocery store.
Infiltrating Hezbollah, which is an enemy, which they have a stated goal of destroying. One second, please.
You didn't do that.
Hezbollah, which is an armed resistance group, who has a stated goal of destroying the state of Israel, which is our enemy.
Okay, hold on. Pause right there. Pause right there. Pause right there. Because no. I want people to understand Hezbollah was created because Israel invaded a foreign country that they did not belong in. And that was the freedom fighters. It was the freedom fighters, and they called them a T group. As the saying goes, one man's freedom fighter is another man's T group. Go ahead, Connor.
Can I ask you a question? Is Hezbollah our enemy?
Is your enemy?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you believe that, sure.
Do you think that Israel is Hezbollah's enemy?
Of course.
Okay.
You invaded their country multiple times.
So
if you invaded my country multiple times, Connor, you would be my enemy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So
no surprise.
When we infiltrate our enemy in terms of getting them to buy pagers that through our intelligence we had them devised to explode at one point, and we were able to activate them against our enemy, we'll do that whenever we see fit, especially when our enemy attacks us after October 7th, October 8th.
I know you will. And that's why, listen, I know, listen, Connor, I know that you will, and that is why nobody can trust you. And that is why the world is turning on you, Connor. And that is why this, oh, you're an anti-Semite, this bullshit that you guys have been doing for over 100 years now, it's over. That shit is over. You guys have overestimated your ability. You overestimated your Hasbara issue. Your Hasbara issue is the fact that we see what you're doing now because you've come out just like you're sitting on this panel gloating about it. I can just hear the happiness come out of your fucking mouth knowing that you are secretly blowing people up, unaliving innocent people around those people that you're getting at. Well, it's okay, you know, just a few extra people, civilians that we unalived. It's fine because they're our enemies. They're your enemies because you invaded somebody else's country. You invaded their country unfucking provoked because you guys are evil. That country is evil. Okay? That's what you are.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You talk about Hezbollah and Hamas and all these other. Why do you all always have enemies everywhere? The common denominator is you guys. And here's another thing. You said you have to protect yourselves by blowing people up secretly. What did those infants and babies do for you to unalive 40,000+ of them?
Well, that's the goyim.
And infants in NICUs, what did they do to you all?
Yeah, first of all, 40,000 babies were not unalived, but let's say they were. Okay, let's say they were. When H group, when Hamas comes in and declares war against Israel, which they did, there's going to be a response. Okay, and when they disguise themselves amongst civilians and operate near civilian centers, civilians will be unalived in the crossfire. That is just a reality. If you don't think this is a reality, then you're naive to the ways of war. Okay, if they met Israel on the field with uniforms, no civilians would have been unalived. But obviously, that's not what happened. They went into tunnels. They went with civilian clothing. They came up, attacked posts, went back down. So, me with my own eyes, I walked underneath kindergartens and nurseries and found weapons and Hamas flags. Okay. With my own eyes, I've seen this. So, what's going to happen when that happens? Those are legitimate military targets according to international law. So, when Hamas attacks and then hides and disguises itself amongst civilian centers, when people are unalive, you blame the people disguising
Does that make you
themselves.
happy?
Your script is not
It does
working
not make me
anymore.
happy. It's a
Yeah.
tragedy.
Script is not,
No,
that
you don't
monologue
care
is not
because
working.
if you cared, Connor, you wouldn't do it. Here's
It's
the thing.
tragedy.
You are so advanced. Your country's deception
Thank you.
is so
Appreciate that.
clear that you guys are able to detonate boom booms across the world
Alhamdulillah.
in a way where for 10 years you sat on this. That's how, concise you people are. Yet when it comes to a school or, a hospital, you just can't seem to manage to go in there and find the bad guys. No, instead you say, well, we're so moral that we do knocks before we drop a little thing to let everybody
Correct.
know, hey, the building is about to go down. Well, guess who leaves when you do that, dumbass? H group. If your goal was to go after H group, why in the fuck would you tell them, hey, we're about to boom boom? Why would
If
you
our
do
goal-
that?
if
Oh,
our
that's
goal
wait. That's because that's not your goal. Your goal was to do what you did, which was carpet bomb the entire goddamn country, level it so that you could go in there with your tractors that you let H group use on October 7th, by the way, to take the fucking wall down. You're going to go in there with your tractors and you're going to have Donald Trump and the buddies in the financial world go in there and rebuild it in your image. That's the goal.
H group never did that. I don't
None
even
of your
believe they're-
fucking
I
I
believe
don't I
it's
think
H group.
H group
Yeah.
is Israel. I think
I
that
believe
H
that's
group
right.
the entire
That's right.
time has
That's right.
been Israel because we know
That's
for a
right.
fucking fact, and it's been admitted that Netanyahu's the one that propped him up as a way to counter the neutrality of Yasser Arafat. You guys were like, holy shit, the world is starting to like these people. We need religious extremists to go in there. So what we're going to do is we're going
You
to pay
believe
these
that
fucking
Hamas is
yes.
Israel?
Oh yeah, I sure as fuck
yeah.
do, sir.
Yeah.
I sure as
Yeah.
fuck do because
There's
I see
137
the
people in
level
here. Listen
of
to what he's saying.
sophistication that you guys are capable of
He's
doing
not on his own saying that.
constantly. You guys
Hamas
do
is Israel,
sophisticated
according to the
operations constantly, Connor. So yes, it is absolutely possible and plausible that H Group from day one was funded and controlled completely by Benjamin Netanyahu. Yes, for this exact purpose right here, because you guys have wanted all of that land since you
Did
got
Israel benefit in some way from Hamas as an alternative
Yes.
to moderate? No,
Yes.
listen.
Yes.
I mean, listen.
Yes,
listen,
you asked a
please.
question. I just answered it.
I know it's a rhetorical question. I'm going to say yes. They obviously
Then don't ask a
benefited.
question.
Please just try and control yourself, please. All right. So
Listen, the guy that unalives babies
Yeah.
is telling me to control myself.
Right.
I want to point that out, guys.
How many
The guy
girls
that
girls
before
did
he
you break,
dropped
Connor?
says "fuck you" and drops as evil as he can. This man fucking hates me. I can fucking tell you that right now. This guy sees
obviously.
with it. That's why this motherfucker comes up here every day. He requests every day. This dude is in here every goddamn day because he cannot stand the fact that I sit here and continue to spew facts and talk about things that they
Spewing
don't
something.
want you to know. I'm talking about things that they don't want you to know. They want you to be deceived by them because that's what they do. They're deceivers. You're a
And
fucking
like-
deceiver, Connor.
And like you told us, you used to be an IDF soldier. Then the next time you came up, you said you're currently still an IDF soldier. So we know you travel in packs like wolves and dogs.
That's right.
We know that you travel like that. So who you said you're an IDF soldier. So who's on your team, Connor? Who else do you have in here? Because I see some people in the comments calling me out and calling the host out. But
Manny.
who else do you travel with?
I don't know any other person on TikTok, to be honest with you.
Right.
I don't know
He's
one other
probably
person.
good friends with Paula.
No, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Connor, wait a minute, guys. Let's do it. Let's do
A PSA?
PSA first.
Yeah, guys, please keep tapping. Where are we at? 16K? We should have been to like 75K already. Keep tapping, please. My gifting goal is I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that? Hold on. Sweaty Teddy. That's funny. 50 Sweaty Teddies. I've got 29 now. On my profile, you can find all of my apps if you want to support the show that way. $ Lib Loudmouth, at Lib Loudmouth. That's Crash App and Vimo, respectively. But yeah, please keep tapping.
And
Let's
guys,
get to 25K quickly.
When he hits his daily goal, he will bring a full panel up. That's how he usually does it. So when he hits his daily goal of did you tell them your daily goal?
Yeah, I mean, I normally don't say, but it's just $100.
It's just 100 measly bucks. That's not even, if everybody send $1 to his Vimo or Crash app, guys, it will be his daily goal. Otherwise, he's going to not bring anybody else. He's going to do, Connor decided to run because I was going to drop so you can just talk to him yourself, Connor, so that I can be tapping. So you come back up here or any other Zio that wants to come.
Oh, he's still around. I believe that they're the ones that are taking the show down. I mean, we saw that. I'm playing the fucking clip.
You didn't hear anybody. You didn't hear him talking to somebody in his made up Hebrew language.
No, I heard that. Oh yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
Marshal alarm or whatever the fuck he said. Yeah.
And I want you all to know that that's not original Hebrew language. That's made up words also. And you can go talk to some linguists or something on YouTube that'll tell you that that's not even a real Hebrew language. So they have a lot of smoke and mirrors. They'll tell you that unaliving babies and NICUs and flatlining hospitals and churches and things of that is necessary because Hamas is like Waldo. They just gotta whack him.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Motherfucker, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And don't forget, it was not the IDF soldiers who were sniping children and old ladies and old men who were trying to get food because they were starving. It was Hamas doing that. And then Hamas was also taking their food. Hamas also did the World Food Kitchen and did something to them. I'm so sick of these people. And I wish you would play that video of the Chinese man, the Chinese official.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Let me see if I can find it.
The most calm demeanor when another soldier, or maybe he was a Mossad, was telling him the same thing. He said, "Why are you unaliving these children?" And the man kept doing what Connor was doing. And the Chinese man says,
"The reason of this war
is believing your propaganda anymore."
Yeah.
The world sees this nonsense. Did you find that video?
Yep, I got it. Of course, tiring. It's like almost 3 minutes, but I'll play just a little bit of it.
Yeah. But this shows you how the world is now.
Well, this is the terror organization Hamas that's still holding our hostages. So they replace the UN. You suggest sound very smart between countries. What we need to do about the terror organization?
My answer is very clear.
Yeah.
Your military people should shoot the terrorists. Not the children, not the women. When you shoot the children and the women, and you lack legitimacy to carry out any actions in that reason. For instance, and when we have the robbers get in the bank, they rob the bank, they use the staff and the customer as a human shield. You're a policeman. If you do not kill the staff, bank staff, and the customer, you cannot catch the robbers. How can you do it? Do you think you should kill the customer? And
that's a great analogy.
We really do all what we can not to hurt the citizens.
You kill more than 70,000 civilians.
No,
there are more than the terrorists.
It's not fact, right?
Okay.
Really?
The fact is not decided by you. The facts is decided by the international community. It's not decided by your government. Your government have no legitimacy and the right to decide or defend what is fact. Okay.
The terror attack, the terror organization, what the solution?
That dude probably wants to punch him in the mouth.
Way of
my solution is that go to the UN, work with the UN, and agree the two-state solution to establish a state of Palestine. Then you have two states, and you can work together with the Palestinians together to fight against terrorists. If you do not work with the Palestinians together, you can never win the war over terrorism.
But this specific war will end when the terror organization will release all our hostages and will give up his weapon.
Just
because
bullshit.
You can't, we can't stop the war as long as we have the
No,
hostages.
this kind of propaganda have too many. No one believe it.
Too many what?
Too many, too much. No one believe it, except few Israelis.
The reason of this war is that this is the terror organization.
Calling him out.
No one believes. He
No
was
one believes it.
marvelous.
He's right. He's right.
People are tired of it.
Yep. I mean,
And like you said, if you have a bank robber going into a bank and he uses
Right.
the teller as a shield and the bank manager as a shield, you don't just go and slaughter everyone. You have to be very, specific and have a targeted strategy. So what they're saying makes no sense, just to level everything, because once again, Hamas is everywhere. And no one's believing it anymore. Not China, not all these other countries that were once for the state of, no one even believes. Now, this is the sad part, guys. Because of these Zionists and what Israel is doing and Netanyahu, people don't even believe that Israel should have the right to exist in the state that it's in now. People are saying, no, it doesn't have a right to exist because it's a terrorist, apartheid, genocidal state. No one wants that type of thing to exist.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
I'm like that too. Like I used to believe that a two-state solution was the option. I'm like, well, they're there. Nobody's going to get rid of them. But at this point, like
And but
I
here's the
see all
sad
the
part.
deceit and the just this sophistication with which they can lie to you, make
Yeah.
you think you're crazy. And when the whole time they're doing it all behind the scenes and just lying, it's wild to watch, and we're
the
watching.
saddest part is that the real Jews who practice their religion, who are not for the state of Israel to be going around being innocent babies and children and women, those people are going to be put in harm's way because of
That's
the
right.
act of the Zionists.
That's right.
They don't even understand that. They are making it very difficult for people who are in the Jewish religion and to even survive in the world. Do you know, if you go
Yep.
on some video, they have places that are kicking people out if they're Israeli. Just
See,
because
that's wild.
They're saying, "Get out of! We don't want you
I
here."
saw videos like that,
Yes.
and that's not okay. Like
It's
that's
not
bullshit.
okay.
That's bullshit.
But that's what the Zionists are doing, and Benjamin Netanyahu and his that's what
But
they're
see, what
doing
that
to
does
the
is
real-
perpetuate their
Right.
what they're doing, because then they turn around. Oh my God! See, look, we're always the
Right.
victims every time it turns around. Oh sure, 20,000 children have been unalived, but that was because H group, they were standing around somewhere 5 feet away. Anyway, Jen, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. You haven't been up on the show for a while. What's up?
Oh, yeah, I've just been busy with work. ICU, they never stop, man. So, but I wanted to chime in, and Maverick, I missed you. How are
This
you,
is
love?
my Jen. Oh, this is our Jen. Hey, honey.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there. How are you,
Yeah,
baby?
I'm good. I mean, I can't disagree with anything that you guys are saying, and I'm Jewish,
Right.
right?
That's why I wish Connor were up here so
I'm
we can talk
Jewish.
to somebody who's sane.
Because there's a big difference between being pro-Israel and being pro-Netanyahu regime, right? Like Israel has some of the most advanced military technology in the world, and they can easily enter in like SEAL Team 6, get the people that they want without hurting the citizens, and they know that, and we know that, and that to perpetuate the same kind of behavior that was perpetuated on us during World War II is just absolutely unacceptable.
Right.
This government in Israel has got on camera during their debates and said that they believe that the sexual violence that they're perpetuating on the Palestinians is okay.
Ugh.
And we have
Gross.
video that they're doing that, and they think, yes, they deserve it. That's okay. No, it is not okay. We have video of the IDF purposefully pew-pewing children. You know why they're doing that? Because if they unalive this generation, then they won't have children that grow up to be adults to have Palestinian babies.
Oh,
Right? So it's just it's
Sick.
It's sick.
They
And
did that to Native Americans, by the way. Europeans did this also to Native peoples.
Yeah. Now you guys know clearly way more than I do about all the other stuff, but as a Jew myself, I cannot support a government that is doing what was done to us back in the 40s.
Let me ask you this, Jen.
Yeah.
Just for a person like you who is Jewish,
Mm-hmm.
how does it make you feel you can feel the swell of hostility and anger, and we know we have a lot of anti-Semites who are really out there, but how does it feel? Do you feel threatened that in certain spaces, if you say that you're Jewish, or do you believe that people understand the difference between you being Jewish and a fucking Zionist who supports this state of this hideous rogue state of Israel? So how are you feeling in this environment?
There was always anti-Semitism. It wasn't as bad, but there was always anti-Semitism. And because, you guys are intelligent people, right? So you know the difference between real Jews and Zionists, right?
Right.
And so the problem is that many people don't know that, so that they conflate being Jewish or Israeli as immediately, approving of what is going on. And that is just not reality, right? It's like saying every Republican is MAGA and voted for Trump. There are many Republicans that hate Trump that did not vote for Trump. They voted for Harris, right?
Right.
And so it's the same kind of conflation. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. And I've had people tell me, I hate Jews. And I'm like, why? Because you support that. I said, yeah, but I don't. And so they don't get it,
Okay, so some are just ignorant and they don't understand the difference.
Right.
Yeah. Now, real quick, guys. Somebody's asking me to bring DJ K up. Maverick is different. She, I can keep her up here, but in terms of like having a full panel, I wasn't going to do that until I met my goal.
He's not doing that.
I'm halfway there, so if you guys, real quick, let me give a shout out to Lonnie. Thank you for the $5. Robert, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that, guys. So if you want me to open the panel up, because I put this timer up for Jen, I'll go ahead and drop Jen, and I can bring DJ up if you'd like. But
listen, guys,
once we reach the goal, I'll open the panel.
Goal of the Cash App or Venmo, that's only $100. Guys, send $1. That will get you to then the panel will be opened up to a full panel. That's the goal for him, to make just $100 while doing all this. He has to set up in the morning. He's got to get microphones. He's got to put the topics up there. It's work, guys. Don Lemon's still asking for money, and he's got a $25 million payout from CNN. Right.
Nobody says anything about the rich guy asking you to give the rich guy more money, but the guy that needs the money, you're like, quit begging.
Bragging on you, telling you to get a job.
It makes no sense, guys. But Jen, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up here. I do.
I just wanted to say one more thing, and then I'll drop.
Yeah.
Anybody that thinks that, Trump is good for the Palestinians and all this shit, they need to go look at it's called the GREAT program. It's GREAT. It's their idea of how to rebuild the Gaza Strip. But then also you need to look at the connection between Qatar and who they support underground, because they're also helping the H group do what they do. And we just allowed them to move right into the Midwest United States.
Right.
Yeah.
So, please give me a break. But anyways, I'll sign off. You guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Work.
Yeah. I mean, if the panel does end up open up, you're welcome to come back. I'd appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Come back, Jen, please.
We'll see you, Jen.
I will. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
And see, Jen is a good buffer when the Zionists come up here, like Connor, and she lets him know she's Jewish.
Right.
Shut down right away.
Yeah, but they don't care that they're hurting, who they allege to be their own people. They just don't give a shit, because to them it's about supremacy. That's what it is. DJ, welcome up. Go ahead, man. Not
Thanks for
much.
having me.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, so there's just a couple things that I'd like to state, right? So, being pro-Israel and being pro-Netanyahu is the same thing, right? And I'm going to be honest, the ones that sit there and try to scapegoat the government for these actions, I believe it's problematic as well because we know, based off of everything we're seeing, based off of the studies that have been done by even Washington Post, Pew Research, Penn State, Harvard University, that it is actually a societal issue, right? So when we see that over 82% of Israeli Jews actually support the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, that to me is a problem, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is one thing I came up here and said the other day as well. Is that, yes, although there might be a 1-2% of anti-Zionist Jews or Jews that don't support the government or whatever the government is doing over there, um, anybody that really supports the existence of Israel is a problem for me. I'm going to be real with you guys, because ultimately Israel was built on massacres and unalivements and the murder and ethnic cleansing of Palestinians.
Yep.
So the only Jew that I would honestly protect
Thank you, Jen,
or even
for the
speak
life goal. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
or
yeah.
even
Thank you,
say
Jen. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead,
or
DJ.
even say, no, no problem, brother. Or even say, right, that it's that they're against all of this is somebody that understands that it is not just a government issue. So if Netanyahu was to go, like, look at all the prior prime ministers. You look at even somebody like Yair Lapid, which is an opposition party. He still supports. He's moderate. But guys, also don't forget, Netanyahu is not really considered far right. He is considered somewhat of a moderate compared to others. So when you look at somebody like Yair Lapid that continues to support the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, that in itself is a problem as well, right?
Right.
So again, you can look at polls. Don't take my word for it. Literally, an overwhelming majority of Israeli Jews support the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. 47% of them actually support the annihilation of Palestinians going back to the biblical times of the Amalek. So that's where the problem comes in with me. So I'm sick and tired of people trying to scapegoat Netanyahu and the government. No, it's a societal issue. I do agree with Jen in the sense that Trump is definitely does not care about Palestinians. Trump
No.
doesn't give a damn about anybody except himself and his bank account and his kids and his and really and so on. So I want to make that absolutely clear,
Jen still
right?
has a timer.
Oh,
Oh no,
so
he's just gonna
I
change the
forgot
name.
to
He's just
change
gonna
the
change the
name.
name. It's all good. It's just I get it. But yeah,
That's
so
funny.
Trump is absolutely not good for anybody. You look at that so-called 20-point peace plan, that actually originally it was a 21-point peace plan, and the point number one was that there will be no annexing of the West Bank. But when
Right.
Netanyahu came here to the U.S., it got dropped down to a 20-point peace plan, and they removed the part about the West Bank. The West Bank is no longer even in that peace plan. And
Yeah.
as we know, there is massive, massive unalivements happening in the West Bank by
Yep.
these ravaged Israeli Jewish settlers. They continue to TIs
Right.
Palestinians. Just one last thing. So in October, I just want to point this out. In the last 50, 60 years that the UN has been keeping track of these settler attacks on Palestinians, October was the highest on record of Israeli savage attacks on Palestinians unprovoked.
Sure.
So it's not just Netanyahu. It's also Ben Gavir. It's also the society that continues to take TI's Palestinians. So I'm kind of sick and tired of people just trying to scapegoat it. To be honest with you, brother, that's what I wanted to tell Jen. I would love to have the conversation with her. I'll be super respectful because she's not like Connor by any means necessary, and it seems like she's somebody that
No,
would have a respectful.
the difference between Jen and Connor is Jen is American.
Mm-hmm.
Her son is serving in the military as we speak. She has a military kid, and he's serving for the United States. Jen is one of the Americans who was told about Israel and educated in a different way. She does not agree with what they're doing over there. But a lot of people before this situation would have said to you that they believe Israel has a right to exist, right? Because there was no October 7th Day. We're not slaughtering and having a genocide. So
Real quick,
most
real
people
quick.
in the world would have said that they believe that Israel has a right to exist. So it's totally different from Connor. Oh, there she is. She's right here.
Real quick, Jen, I did not mean to bring you up. I meant to bring Hush Puppy up. I clicked the wrong damn button. If you request back up, I'd appreciate that. Because I do need to give
Jen,
a shout
stay
out.
around. We want you to
Yeah.
come up with
Thank
DJ.
you.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
so
and my apologies. I I was just like clicked the wrong damn button.
okay. So let's get to
Now
the,
Hush
where are
Puppy.
you?
I
Where are
wanted
you?
to
Wait a
thank
minute. Let's
you.
do commercial.
I wanted to Hush Puppy, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. And that's why I brought you up. There's other people trying to get up as well. Also, Patricia, thank you for the $10. Natalia, thank you for the $5. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of that. We
You're
are
welcome.
getting very close to the live goal. Matter of fact, let me just run through this and see. Let's see. We got $30 left. That's it.
Yay.
Okay. And with that, Hush Puppy, please go ahead.
I just wanted to come up and say hi. And I don't get on panels very much because I'm shy.
Well, don't be shy around here, man. We cut a rug.
Yeah.
We'll be dancing by the time you get out of here, man.
Yeah, hope
You
so.
got 3 minutes to get over
That
it.
Connor was something else. He's a piece of crap.
And he's in here every day. And
Yeah.
I mean, you see, and I got bananaed yesterday too.
Yeah.
At the
This
end of my
morning
life.
too, huh?
And and then I got it again today. That's what these people are doing. And if they like, if they want me to stop going hard in the paint for them, stop fucking with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because every time you do it, it makes me want to jab back at you.
Right. All right, you could drop me.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hush Puppy. I appreciate the crash
You're
out.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
I enjoy your lives.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I see you around all the time, and thank you. All right, now let me bring up somebody else who's been waiting for a while. DJ, another DJ, not that DJ.
Guys, tap that screen.
Hey,
50K likes, guys. We're near 50. We're 35K.
DJ.
Let's get to 50K now.
Hey.
What's up?
What's
I
up?
changed the name right this time, so it wasn't Hush. You weren't Hush Puppy.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, never mind. It's a joke.
Okay.
Earlier when DJ was up here, I forgot to change the name from Jen, so it was Jen's timer under DJ's thing.
Well, I saw DJ K and then I saw Jen, so it was. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so what did you want to add?
My presence. Like, what do you mean?
Well,
I don't know.
We're all better for it, I gotta say. Right? Cheers.
Yeah, of course, you know. No, but there's a guy in the comments, Bryant Worth, telling me I should research, but he should actually research because the arms that the Zionists were using when they actually went over and were trying to get the statehood were T groups, all three of them, Stern, Lehi, and Ergun. And they actually, once they claimed a statehood, they all just went to the IDF and some Mossad. The Leahy one, even wrote to the Nazis and asked them for help with the British, the Yahtzees, and asked them for help with the British. And then they hired Yahtzees after the Holocaust ended, which is beyond me, but whatever. Like, this is all stuff that anybody can just go and look for. And in 1914, the British actually made a deal with the King Husan, or I think, and said if he was to get his people to fight the Ottomans, and that he could, if they won, that he could have control over the Arab the Arab nations, and then the next year they did another agreement and another agreement. They just kept screwing with him, and that one's never spoken about. But that was the first one.
Which king are you talking about?
The
Maverick, or do you know
King
what
Hus-
she's referring to?
He was King Hussein. He was the
King of what country?
What country?
he was the Arab king, the king of Arabs. I want to say Palestine. Hold on.
Someone saying Ottoman King Hussein?
No, not the Ottoman. No, they wanted him to.
Oh, DJ Tay says it's from Jordan, the king from Jordan.
Abdulaziz
Oh, yes.
Saud. Abdulaziz Saud, like the Saudi king.
No. I think it was his last name was Hussein.
Of Jordan.
Yes.
Okay, what about him? Say it again. What were you saying?
They the British in 1914 made a deal with him, saying if he was to get his people to conquer the Ottoman or fight the Ottomans and win, that he could be king of all of the Arab nations in 1914.
Hussein bin Ali, the Sharif of Mecca.
No.
Because I'm looking it up. He became King Hussein in 1916, launched the Arab revolt against the Ottomans. King of the Arab lands, Hashemite Kingdom of the Hijaz, 1916 to 1924. So in 1914, he wasn't king yet. But that would have been, King Hussein.
Hold on, I gotta look up
Jordan
his name.
is 1935. That's Talal.
155. So he would have been a baby at that.
No.
Young,
He was
not a baby, but young.
Yeah, Faisal or Faisal Hussein or hold on, let me look it up.
Yes, definitely DJT. That's a different Hussein.
King Hussein in 1914 ? And it comes up with the guy that became king in 1916, led an Arab revolt against the Ottomans.
Oh, okay, so then him.
Hussein bin Ali, but it was of Mecca. But I guess they called it of the Arab lands or whatever. Of course, there was a lot of fighting at that time, exchanged hands.
Okay.
But they lost, right? Because the Ottomans took it.
No, the Ottomans. No, they won. They won the Ottomans.
Because the British fought the Ottomans and took it.
Yeah, but the British, was it Hussein, whatever, the king, whatever, he fought with them.
Oh,
and that was their deal.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I see what you mean.
Let me see if I can find the the deal. 1914. Hold
on. Looking up the deal that he made with the British.
Guys.
Yeah, World War
We're almost there.
Hussein McMahon correspondence. In 1915 and 1916, he asked Britain to recognize an independent Arab state after World War I.
Sir Henry McMahon.
Okay, so why are we in the weeds with this? I don't understand.
I'm not sure because I didn't know what she was talking about. So
20 people I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I was talking about it because I don't know how it came up. Somebody in the thing was talking about to go back and look it up when they first started, claiming statehood. But it goes way back far. And then I went way back farther to, how they have the Bellflower thing and all that stuff. Oh, whatever, Balfour.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't until 1919, I believe, or 1918. I can't remember. But
we are getting in the weeds here, and I'm not sure the relevance either.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
We can look it up and get the dates and shit. But I'm not sure how that pertains to that. But look it up. It's all there, unless Israel has. Oh, what the hell was that? The fuck was that? Did you see that? It was like a target on my head. What was that? Hold on, that was cool looking. That is a charmer bow. It missed. That's funny. I wonder if it sometimes doesn't miss. Olive, thank you for that. Anyway, well, DJ, I'll go ahead and drop you down. I appreciate it. I've got a couple of people
Okay.
that are waiting. We'll see you in
All
a
right.
minute. And
Okay,
let
bye.
me refresh my stuff. Guys, please keep tapping. I believe, yeah, Natalia, thank you for the $5. Let me check my other real quick to see if anything came in from there. It looks like somebody did. But they changed the Vimo. It's harder for me to see who sent what. Yeah, Donna, thank you for the $25. That means we're 5 away. 5 people send $1, we're there.
Yay,
Okay,
yay.
yeah,
You
5
guys are
people
doing
send
it.
$1, we're there. Thank you, thank you.
And you can drop me so you can have your full panel and bring if Jen is still in the comments and DJ K.
Now,
That was a very interesting topic. And now the people were running like they ran away when we got into the weeds.
Yeah, well, you know, Aqua, I'm also confused, but see, this is what Zios do. They come up here to try and derail shit. They couldn't take me down, so then they've sent their fucking Canadian little bitch boy up here. Sarah,
That was weird.
Thank you for the $5. Panel is now open, guys. We've met the goal.
Okay, so
we're ready
Jen
to rock and roll.
Up, DJK request up. You can drop me so that you can have your deal, and I will be in the comments.
All right, thank you, Maverick. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya. All right, now, Mun, I'm going to go ahead and give you your full timer since you were up here before the panel opened up. So go ahead. Munzak. Munzak going once, twice, 3 times a lady. Sorry. Hush Puppy, welcome back. Oh,
thank you.
Damn, now we got everybody coming up. Yeah, Nadia, I had accepted your request, but it, for whatever reason, didn't go through.
Oh, it might have been my end.
All right. Well, in that case, you actually would have gotten that 3 minutes. So why don't you go ahead and offer what you were going to talk about?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. So what I wanted to bring up today were connections to 2 individuals that were connected to, probably still are connected to Israel and Epstein. So it is very, very, very clear that on Epstein's list, the prime minister, active prime minister of Israel at the time, Ehud Barak, is noted multiple times on the list as being a high level player with Epstein. That's significant, guys. Listen, the prime minister of a country is equal to a president here.
Right.
Okay. The president of Israel had his, how should I put this politely, his member in someone's mouth that was underage. It is clearly documented. Why is this acceptable? The other one is Lawrence Summers, who is the president of Harvard University.
Oh, Larry?
And is to this day still teaching at Harvard. And I just saw a video circulating this morning that made me sick to my stomach, where Lawrence Summers is apologizing to his class at Harvard. I think this just came out today, where he apologizes to his class for being involved with Epstein and then proceeds to teach. A student filmed it.
Yeah, wow. I haven't seen that video, but I believe you're talking about Larry Summers, right?
Sorry, Larry Summers. Yeah. Yes, not Lawrence. Larry Summers.
Yeah. I've got the email with Ehud Barak that where that happened. Was he the prime minister at the time?
He was the prime minister of Israel.
At the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the time.
Right. So, yeah,
so
somebody acting as if, there's no connection there with Israel and them. It's horseshit.
It's the highest level of office he could possibly hold. So people don't understand the connection between these pedo rings and Israel. It runs very, very, very deep. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was a Mossad agent and an Israeli spy. That is well known. There are books written about it.
And they're still that family is still afraid to go boating to this day. He didn't make it back from his boating trip, for the record.
That's right. They just unalive anyone who, once the connection is found, they unalive them.
Right. Yep.
So anyway, just wanted to make those connections for people. I think a lot of Americans are still on the fence about Zionism, and they need to start realizing how this has come home to roost. And I'll head down. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Well, you're welcome to stay if you'd like. You're welcome to stay on the panel, but if you got to go, I understand, and I appreciate you bringing all of that up. And what she is saying, guys, is true.
I'll stay for just
So-
a couple minutes in case
Sure.
someone has a comment, but then I'll head down for work. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Now, Jen, go ahead. I'm just going to go left to right and go around the panel. Jen, go ahead. 5 seconds. Welcome
Yeah.
aboard.
So, hey, I'm sorry. So there was a claim made that Israelis, Jews support the WAR in Gaza. Actually, that's not true. I pulled up the statistical information, and Jews inside Israel, 60% support ending the war and a ceasefire. Jews in the United States, 58 to 63%, also the same. They want the end of the war. And Jews in the UK and Europe, it's 55%. These are all statistical information. So, that's just not the reality of the statistics. And this comes from Pew Research Center. It comes from the JPPI. So it's documented statistics after 2 years.
And what was the statistic that you're saying that was different? Because somebody had said, I believe, 90% or something.
Oh, I said 82%.
82%.
So
I said of Israeli Jews. Israeli Jews was the statement.
Yeah, Jews inside Israel. Around 60% support ending the war or ceasefire, and 40% of Jews inside Israel support continuing the war. Jews inside the United States continuing the war, 30 to 36%, support ending the war, 58 to 63%. Jews in the UK and Europe, about 35% support continuing the war, 50 to 55% support ending the war. So statistically speaking, I mean, and I'm not being disrespectful, but DJK, the statistics don't agree with you.
Well, yeah, I actually have it right here in front of me. June 3rd, 2025, even Haaretz reported on this poll that was done by Penn State University that states 82% of Israeli Jews, 82%. This is June 3rd, 2025. So that's where I got mine from. And it was actually a study that involved 1,005 people that were asked this question. Yeah,
So this is from the Israel Democracy Institute. It was done and printed September 30th, 2025. 60% of Jewish Israelis support ending the war to return hostages. 50.5% cite hostages as the top priority. It's from the Israeli Democracy Institute.
Yeah,
and then
so,
the JPPI, which is Israeli Society Index, they also say that document the shift where a majority now supports a hostage deal over total victory and the decline in viewing Iran as an immediate existent threat. That was also August, September of 2025.
Right. So again, I'm going to go back to the Penn State University poll that I was quoting, and I made that absolutely clear when I was on the panel. I stated Penn State University conducted a poll, right? And I'm going to stand 10 toes on this because you can even look it up, liberal, if you want. You can just type in Penn State poll, 82% of Jews, and you will see it yourself. And again, it was actually reported on by Haaretz, which is an Israeli publication. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to figure out
the
why
thing
you
is,
think
Jen,
that.
but
No,
just
no,
real
I'm
quick.
just asking you a
Let me
question.
just finish, please.
Hold on one
Can I-
second. What makes
I'd like to
your
finish.
study better than mine exactly?
Well, no, it's not. So the difference in my study and your study, right, is so your study, you're saying it's coming from Israel, correct? That's what you're saying your study is coming from, right? So I tried to look. Yeah, you just stated it's coming from an Israeli institute, I believe you stated. So for me, I don't use Israeli sources, right? That's one thing that I've learned. I try to go by independent sources. I also try to look at sources that could not be biased. The same way I don't use Al Jazeera as a source. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use Israeli sources, unless unless, like, for instance, the only Israeli source I would use was more recently, a couple of days ago, where the Jerusalem Post and the Times of Israel reported on 3 Israeli Jews that tried to grape, or that actually did grape, a 24-year-old American citizen. That's the only time I would use their sources to find out that type of information. But when it comes to polls and studies, I absolutely don't take anything from Israel or the IDF.
Now, so I'm looking at something here. This is from Pew 2024, May 30th. And so Israel's are divided of the country's military response against H group in Gaza. It says percentage who say Israel's military response against Hamas in Gaza has, and then it says 39% says been about right, and 34% not gone far enough. So that's, that's a total of 73% right there that agree with it to some level. And then only 19% gone too far. So
yeah, and Jen, my point is that I just wanted to make it clear, because you came up here and you wanted to kind of make it as if it was just a government issue, right? A Netanyahu issue in his cabinet, and it absolutely is not, right? We can even if we put the studies to the side, we can look at the ravaged settler attacks in the West Bank alone as well. They continue to attack Palestinians. And there's so many things we can look at. So it's not just a government issue, and under every single prime minister, just about. Rabin was the only one that actually was trying to have some kind of a normalcy or peace or whatever you want to call it, and they unalived him. So technically, every single one of these government officials, the prime ministers, have actually been for ethnically cleansing Palestinians or unaliving Palestinians to some degree.
Okay, so I want to make a very clear point. There's a huge difference between Jews that were raised in Israel and Jews that are American, okay? I am not an Israeli Jew. I am an American Jew. In fact, I've never been to Israel myself. I am a practicing Jew here in the United States, and I was taught about Israel and the governments here in the United States. That is a massive difference between those that are culturally living there, because not only do they get their education from inside Israeli schools, but they're also affected by the community in which they live, right? And so my biggest thing is that I live here in the United States, right? And so when you have the largest proportion, so first of all, there are 8.5 million Jews that live outside Israel. Okay.
It's about 50-50, right? 50-50 basically of the Jewish population.
No, there are more Jews that live outside of Israel that live inside Israel. The last statistics is there's about 7 million Jews that live in Israel, and there's about almost 9 million Jews that live outside Israel.
That's why I said about 50-50. Go ahead.
And so, okay. So anyways, more of the Jews that live outside Israel do not support this. For whatever reason you want to say, DJK, I don't care what it is. The bottom line is that I'm a very proud Jew. I believe in protecting Jews because we have had terrible things happen to us. And but I also believe that what they're doing is wrong.
Good.
And I really honestly don't care about how, the other Jews feel. This is how I feel. And I think the majority of Jews outside Israel feel the same way that I do.
Okay, so I'm just going to respond by saying this. So you said you've never been to Israel, occupied Palestine. I've actually lived it, right? I lived it as an adult, and I would go there many times as a child, right? I lived in West Bank, right? So I have actually seen it with my own eyes. So that's number one, okay? I do understand what you're saying, right? Protect the Jews. I get that. As a Jewish person, yes, that is your role to protect the Jews, and you can protect the Jews by continuing to condemn the genocide and Holocaust that's being committed on Palestinians as we speak, right? That's how you protect them. Also, one thing that I am seeing here, even in the U.S., along in the U.K. as well, anti-Semitism absolutely is real, but it does not help the Jewish population when there are actual staged anti-Semitic attacks, like the one we just saw in New York, where Mamdani had to come out and condemn the attack, and then when we actually saw the footage, it was a Jewish person that went and spray painted the swastika on a building. So that's how you can protect it. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I can play it for you if you'd like. I definitely I have it.
Let me
So
pull that up.
this is the way to protect them, Jen.
Well, I
Protect
don't
them.
need you telling me how to protect Jews,
Well,
okay?
no.
Because here's the thing, like honestly, like
Okay.
look,
I'm
here's
here
the
to have
thing.
a respectful conversation. I'm not
I need
attacking
to
you. Just so we're on the
protect
same page.
myself, right?
Okay.
I need to protect myself. And the problem is that, you know, and no offense, but I feel like your hostility is
How?
not helping the cause either.
How am I being hostile though? Like, wait, hold on. So liberal, am I being hostile in any way? Please
I
be
haven't
truthful with me.
I haven't taken it that
Possibly.
way, but I am also not her, so I don't know how she
Right.
perceives something.
Okay. So I will say this, Jen. Right, as a Palestinian Muslim that's living in the West, that has lived in the West Bank in Palestine, what I find to be hostile, right, is the actions that the only Jewish state and the only Jewish army has been committing on Palestinians for decades. Okay. So we can talk about Gaza all we want. It's we all see what's happening there, but the reality of the matter is this is happening in the West Bank and in East Jerusalem as well, right? When you actually have them calling to annex the West Bank, TIing Palestinians, destroying agricultural lands, destroying water infrastructure, poisoning wells, destroying houses, cars, unaliving people, this is a problem. So to me, as a Palestinian that has a home in Palestine that I can't even go live in, I can only go for 3 months at a time. This is where my, if you want to call it hostility, comes from, right? The same way that Jen,
Yeah.
you as somebody that lives in the United States, just because you're Jewish that has never been to Israel, you can move right now and go pack up, get universal health care, a government funded college, housing subsidies. Whereas I, as a Palestinian, full blooded Palestinian, I can't even go there for more than 3 months at a time. This is maybe where you're
Yeah.
sensing the hostility from, but believe me, this is not me being
Not
hostile.
me that did it.
Oh,
Right?
I
It's not
understand.
me that did it, right?
I'm
And
not
and
blaming
and what
you,
you don't
Jen.
know about me,
Yeah.
is that I have a son that is allowed to, by birthright, go to Israel, paid for by Israel, and get a free trip to Israel. And what you don't know about me is that I refuse to let him go because of what Israel is doing. And so,
Bless you.
you know, you think that I'm just here and having my privilege as a, you know, American Jew, that I'm just using that privilege. But you know, you don't know me, you don't know what I've done,
Right.
and you don't know what I've stood for. And I think that you are just assimilating me and Jews with what's happened to you, which I personally think is awful and terrible, but you just assimilate, and that's where the problem is, DJK.
Well, the
Yeah, like I
problem, Jen,
understand
no,
your
Well,
anger. I wait a
let
minute,
me
I
no, I'm not
understand your
angry,
anger.
but
Hold
let's
on,
let her
let
okay, go
me
finish.
ahead.
finish.
Let
I
her
Okay,
finish.
go ahead.
understand your
Sorry.
hostility. I get it, that you're hostile because of
I'm
what's
not
happened.
hostile.
And I think that is terrible. I am not in support of that. Anything that I can do to stop it, I have done. But targeting people that are Jewish, like me, like you're getting angry, doesn't help
I'm
me survive in the United States.
right. So
Okay,
I'm
so
not
let
okay.
me
Hold on.
well hold
Liberal,
on,
please.
DJ.
30 seconds. Okay, go
DJ,
ahead,
well,
bro. Go
sure,
ahead.
but I do need to get around the panel because I put a timer for y'all, and you know there are other people here that I'd like to hear from, but I just want to say, yeah, I think maybe hostile is the wrong word as it relates to how he's feeling. Passionate is probably better, right? Because I didn't personally hear or feel like he was attacking you at any point, Jen. Now, I'm not you, so I can't say how you're perceiving that situation, but just as a neutral observer, I didn't feel like he was doing that. So, you know, I can't speak for you, but maybe you're mistaking what is passion because it's an issue that's close to him, you know, fervently, that maybe you're, you know, misinterpreting that as hostility. Do you think that's possible?
Um, I think that he has absolutely 100% every right to be upset about what's happening in his homeland. But
Absolutely.
it's when you get passionate and somebody who is Jewish, all of a sudden that Jewish person tends to represent all Jews, even the bad ones. And I'm not the bad one. And
I
so
mhm.
I get it, like, but when
So
I
I
can
never said
I
you
somebody
can
does
understand
represented
that.
that,
them.
it gets passionate about it, and it seems like I'm the bad guy, and I'm not the bad guy. You know what I
No,
Mm,
so,
mean?
okay, so if I
right.
can just respond, please. So, first of
Sure.
all, I didn't say you represent all Jews or those Jews, right? The statement that I made and you called it a lie, or you made a statement that it was a government issue, and I made it clear it is absolutely not a government issue, right? And I have that survey, and then even Liberal pulled up a survey from Pew Research, right? That basically proves to what we were stating. Jen, I'll be quite honest with you. I think that you're hostile in the sense that, the fact that, yes, Jews are being attacked here in the U.S. the same way Muslims are, the same way everybody's being attacked, right? But honestly, and I hope you don't take this disrespectful, but really, the victimhood is coming out right now, where the reality of the matter is that Israel is actually paying. They paid the Segwell firm, the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs paid the Segwell firm to conduct a focus group in the USA and Europe, right? And after they did to determine why are people supporting Palestine over Israel and so on, and then they decided, well, how can we get people just to stop supporting Palestine, not necessarily supporting Israel? They decided that they were going to go ahead and push radical Islam, jihadist, and anti-Islam rhetoric. So the same way you feel that you're in danger, I feel that my 4 children are in danger as well. Because we can even look at what happened in Dearborn yesterday, right? We can look at for decades, it has been indoctrination after indoctrination about Islam and Palestinians. So with all due respect, I don't take the victim card, to be quite honest with you. I get it. You're going through some stuff the same way I am. So let's just leave it at that. Straight up. And I really do believe you are actually more hostile than I could have been.
Oh, okay. Too bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Too bad. It's cool.
Right.
Thanks.
Can I speak to this?
Yeah. So, well, Talia, let me get to, because I'm going to go around from left to right. Well, I'm saying left to right. It may be backwards for you guys, but Talia, you would be next. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Liberal. Hey, I'm
Yep.
glad I found this live. I respect what you do here. So I think, Jen, not trying to be disrespectful, but you're subjecting yourself to individualism, right? We're talking about the problem as a whole. It's not about you. See, and I think that that's the problem, is that the person who created the Zionist movement, Theodore Herzl, was an atheist, right? He didn't believe in God. It's not about the Jewish religion, right? It's a problem where the Zionist movement is a national movement that's really rooted in white supremacy. Like, you can read
I'm not a
Malcolm
Zionist.
X. I didn't say you were. I didn't say you were. I didn't. Okay. The Zionist movement is a problem, and it's rooted in white supremacy. You can read, Malcolm X wrote articles on it. You can read about this. It's a problem, right? So I think that the more that you make it about yourself, that you add to the problem. You have to stop making it about yourself, and really, you're a person who can help fix the problem, right? As a Jewish person, like, you guys should be rejecting these people who aren't even Jewish, right? Don't practice the religion, don't believe in God, but are using your guys' religion as a guise for the protection for this movement, right? To
Yeah.
harm Black and brown people. They sterilize Yemeni Jews for being Black. Like, this is a very big problem. And so that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up and land my plane. My brother is in Gaza right now. If you guys want to go check him out, it's Arif of Gaza 2 in my followers. He goes live every single day from Nusrat camp. Anyone who really wants to see what is going on actually in live time there can join his lives. He goes live every
Can you
evening.
message me his live, or his username?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely. I
and
absolutely will.
also, if you would put it in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys all very much for your
Yeah.
time today. I
Thank
do
you.
have to go
Thank
back
you,
to work,
Talia.
but I joined the team and I will come back in the future. Happy to be here. Shout out to Maverick. I love Maverick. She's the best hype man. Thank you guys.
Maverick, yeah. Thank you, Talia. I appreciate it. Now, Jen, since your name was
Oh, I
brought
should
up,
stop being Jewish.
I'm gonna give you some rebuttal time. Go ahead, since your name was brought up. Go ahead, Jen.
I have no response to that, because I think asking me to stop practicing Judaism is ridiculous. That is.
Never asked you to
say
stop
that.
doing
Yeah,
it.
you
Stop
did.
saying
You
Okay,
did.
well,
You
hold on,
did say
Talia.
that. You did.
Hold on, Talia.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fine. Like, whenever this topic comes up, liberal, I always get attacked, because this is what happens when you're Jewish, but you don't support the war. This is exactly what happens on every single panel. Every single panel. And then what they don't understand is that it doesn't help your cause by, doing this. But that's cool. Whatever. You guys can use me as
Don't
a
tell me
target.
how
That's
to
all right.
fight my cause, Jen. Please. The same way you're saying
Okay.
that, don't tell me how to fight my cause. She never said that don't be Jewish.
Did you say that they found that the person that committed the atrocity in New York was Jewish? Because according to reports, they don't have anybody in custody.
I actually have the video of the guy that was. If you want to see the video,
And
I'll
you can
show
see
you.
him, and he looks. Is what you're saying? He looks Jewish?
Yeah, he is Jewish. Well, if you don't want to go by that, I can bring you up other
Okay,
various.
show me the article that says
Let me
that the
finish.
person
Let
that
me
do
finish.
it was Jewish.
No. So hold on. So for me, Jen, I will take a video, right? The video for me can sometimes trump the article, but I can bring you many articles of fake anti-Semitic attacks. The fact that you're going to deny that there are Jews going around the world committing these attacks, it's insane. It's insane.
Is it the person
I think
that's
that
in
what
the
you're
black
saying is
hat?
that you can look
Is
at the
that the
person and
video?
see they're Jewish.
On the bicycle, liberal. On
Okay.
the bicycle.
Yep, I can see it. Of
And
course,
I
I
think-
now yes, I'm going to get around the.
So what you're
pen.
saying is you can look at a person and see that they're Jewish. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm telling you, Jen, is I go off of when I see that there is a pattern recognition, right? And I see that there is so many dozens of fake anti-Semitic attacks, then yeah, I absolutely will. And this guy actually was, he did, yeah. This one he looked Jewish. But I can pull you up articles if you'd
What does a
like.
Jew look like? What does a Jew look
Yeah, I
like?
was going to say I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
can
if
tell you. Well, I can tell you. I don't want to be
Jew look like,
stereotypical.
DJ Kennedy?
This
Because that
is
sounds pretty
becoming
anti-Semitic to me.
insufferable. You two are taking up the entire panel in the live.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm with you, Johnny. I'm with you. So
Well-
let me just look. You can call me anti-Semitic all you want. I really don't care. But to me, the first thing it is stereotypical.
Johnny's last in the list. It's going to be a minute,
Hold
Johnny.
on, Jen. Jen, you asked me a
I
question. I'm gonna
know.
answer it, and then I'm gonna mute up so positivity can go. So to
Yeah.
me, when I see somebody that has the curly burns, right, the sideburns, they're wearing the tall hat and so on. That is visibly Jewish to me, to be quite honest with you. That to me is somebody that is Jewish. So
Oh, I
that's how.
see. I mean,
You know.
yeah, I mean, I understand. Yeah, what you mean by that, but it's also possible they could be wearing a fucking wig to make it look
You're
like
right.
that.
You're right, liberal.
You know,
You're right.
yeah, because I'm looking at the video. I don't know that I can see that, but I also don't think it's completely out of the question that they would, that somebody would do that just to make it look like they're, an attack or whatever. Okay, Potivity, welcome in. Good to see you. It's been a few days. I'm glad you're here. Go ahead, 65 seconds for you.
Thank you. So what I see happening between you two is what I see happening at the start of our country right now. Right now we have ICE going around and identifying people by their looks, by their cultural identity, and kidnapping them in front of their children, traumatizing families. And those children may, in 20 years or 30 years or 50 years, or maybe it'll take longer, grow to absolutely hate YT American people. And the actions that our current administration is taking is going to create possible T's in our country to a great degree in a few years and for the future. And what I see happening between you two is that you're both saying that one side has a right to protect itself from another side based on like a cultural identity. And the problem is male leadership. The problem is that narrative. The problem is viewing others as less than human or violent, or a right to protect yourself with violence. And we can all see that what's happening is wrong, that people are fighting and taking the lives of other people, and that there is a growing realm of unkindness. I had to meditate and stop myself, Jen, from growing hatred towards your community because of what's going on. Like it looks so atrocious to me that I really was like, was Schindler onto something there?
are these people really this insane and horrible? And I had to stop myself from thinking that. And so I would really like us to look a different way towards each other as humans and towards like the quality of our lives when we allow hate to grow that hard in us, that we are willing to unalive people for the differences.
Potivity, you bring up a really good fucking point because I found myself feeling that as well. And I'm like, it's you see what's happening, and you don't want to hate somebody, but at the same time, you have to get something to stop when it's happening. And I don't want to go down that road either, and I don't think anybody should either. But holy shit, it's maybe that's the fucking point of all this, to get everybody to turn into extremists, to give whoever the excuse to get rid of those people.
Well, I think it takes the focus off of climate change, which is going to unalive, according to scientists, 6 billion with a B of us in the next 5 years.
Well, they'll probably starve us out before we get to that point.
Well, I mean, we're going to see death all around us. I was thinking about it. There's 8 billion people in the world. So every 8 people that 6 of them will be gone.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And to deny that fact and to deny that and to not pay attention to that, we have all of this noise and this violence and these fear mongering and this horrible stuff happening around us. Yeah. And just real quick, DJ K, I have watched your people suffer through the atrocities being committed against them, and I want to honor you as a Palestinian, and I want to honor your people because they have done it with such dignity and with such faith and with such courage, and they are. I wish I had the power to stop all of it. I really do.
I think we all do. Well, thank you, Potivity. I appreciate it. Now, DJ K, because you and Jan had gone back and forth, I'm just going to give you 40 seconds. Go ahead. DJ.
I'm sorry. Thank you. So I want people to understand, right? The Palestinians try to do every single form of peaceful protest, right? They tried diplomatically, they tried peacefully protesting inside of Gaza. We can look at the 2018 March of Return, where Israel actually, from the fence, right, from that wall, they sniped over 250 people, children as well, and over 1,000 maimed, right? So unfortunately, sometimes violence has to be met with violence. And when peaceful means don't work, you have to unfortunately resort to violence to get that message across. So I just wanted to add that into there as well. And then just 10 more seconds on that is I think people should stop using what happened in the Holocaust, right, to kind of further their agenda. Because we, as the people in this time and age, had nothing to do with that. Palestinians had nothing to do with that. We, the people right now, had absolutely nothing to do with that. So, just because Jews were persecuted does not mean that we should all be, have to kind of suffer because of it or pay the price or be blackmailed because of it.
Okay. Trey Maga, or Mega. Trey Mega. Go ahead, man. Welcome aboard. And thank you, DJ.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that. It's Trey Mega, not MAGA. But thanks for having me up, Liberal Lab.
Yeah,
man. Like, real shout out. I just want to say, and not to bring anything else into this other than this, because I'm gonna make it real cut and short to the point. As a black male in America, I know that I literally at 52 years old knows what it feels like to be looked at and vilified because of misinformation and separatism. So when Jen and DJ was talking, I heard more, and this is not a knock against either one of you guys. I got nothing but love for y'all. But the misinformation that we're being fed and the vilification of both sides is out of control right now. You dig? So at the end of the day, like when you two get a chance to talk, y'all should talk to each other, not the situation that's being presented and laid out there for us to, you know what I'm saying, have to feed on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not gonna shout out to the McCain screen. So I'm gonna leave it alone. But all I'm saying is, man, all this divisiveness and all this premeditated, I know what you're thinking, or I know what you're thinking, that needs to be, squashed right now. But much love to both of y'all, and just know, the whole divide and conquer thing in America, I never thought I'd live to see the day where it's this like relevant and so potent. But you guys talk it out, man, because at the end of the day, we all people, and if we don't got each other's back, then you know what I'm saying, we ain't got nothing to go forward to. So I'm gonna say that and land my plane right there. Let me get my baggage
Thank
off
you,
this
Trey.
top compartment.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well
Can
said,
I
man. Great point.
can I can I respond to?
A 45-second rebuttal. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I just wanted to respond to what Poet said. I personally feel like it's wild behavior to say that was Schittler onto something and hating people for something that they had nothing to do with. I think that really is like absolutely crazy thinking, because I could do the same thing with a whole group of people, but that would be generalizing. I've never been to
Right.
Israel, and for you to hate me because of something somebody thousands of miles away did is wild. And to think that Schittler was onto something on top of it, that for me is wild. I don't know.
Okay, so what I heard from what Poetivity was saying was that all of this vitriolic shit that we're seeing going on is causing these thoughts, and she had to stop herself because she knows that's bullshit. That's what I took away from what she said.
Can I address that?
Yes, 45 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I meant was that in the propaganda that was circulated before World War happened, and in the propaganda that administration, Hitler's administration, was propagating, they were saying that your community had taken over the economy and taken over the world and taken over the politics, and that if they wanted to clean up their country and fix it, that they needed to eliminate that community. And that ended up with the concentration camps, and and you know what? That rhetoric is happening again, because what has your home country done to our politics? They've bought our politicians, they've funneled lots of our taxpayer money to themselves, they've made us completely dependent on them, and they have manipulated our politics to the point where they are just crazy terrible right now.
It's not my home
And
country.
so the
It's not
point
my home
is,
country. It's not my home country, Poet. I've
point
I
never
don't
been
think you
there.
get like unlimited rebuttals, Jen. Come on, I've been waiting like
the
45
the
minutes to
Yeah,
say
point
one word.
I'm gonna get to you, Johnny.
the
Yeah,
point is
land your plane, Poet.
that I found myself thinking maybe that bad politician in the Germany's, maybe he knew something about the people that I didn't, and I had to stop myself from thinking that, and had to refocus and say, no, this is not the way to think about this.
Right. That's what I took from it as well. Johnny, thank you for waiting. I appreciate it, man. It's been a minute. 65
Good morning,
seconds. Go
liberal.
ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, Poetivity and I never really talk to each other. We don't know each other, and we usually disagree on pretty much everything. But I believe that was a very sincere and heartfelt statement to DJK and his people. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with any of that. You were sharing your personal feelings and your experiences in your own life, and you shouldn't be attacked for that. So, going back to one of your first guests where she was talking about the King of Arabia, you can reference that in Lawrence of Arabia. It was basically, I think what she was trying to say is the Brits were making three deals, right? So the Balfour Declaration was offered to the Zionists. The Hussein of Mecca was offered a kingship over Arabia, and then I believe 3 European countries, including France, were offered. Basically divvying up the Middle East for them. So she was trying to get onto something that I think was, leading up to the current, Palestinian suffering. But anyways, I just wanted to literally ask, okay, and this is where my mind's at too. See, someone that used to donate money to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews to feed starving Jews in Russia years and years ago. Never again, by the way, never again. I would like to know why there's one group of people that say things like anti-Semitism has always existed. When, how, where? Was it in my DNA? Did I not donate money to feed your starving people? It's always, isn't there always two sides to every story? Is there only, if a fight breaks out, is only one party guilty? Come on, get with reality. Like DJK said, the victim card has been overplayed so much, everybody's just sick and fucking tired of it. And I'll digress.
Yeah, no, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Since we've gotten through the panel, hopefully the next one won't take us long. And we'll try to stick to timers a lot better. Also, let me do a quick PSA, guys. We are at, what are we at? 60K. Holy shit, guys. Thank you. 60K. Let's get to 100K. Shouldn't take too long. We got over 100 people in here. Just keep tapping. Smash my face right here. Just let's get those up to 100,000. Let's make that the goal. Also, I do have a gifting goal there, 50 of the targets. If you see that thing flying across the screen, that's that target, charm target or something like that. It's like 99 coins or whatever. That's a good way to support the live. It also pushes me into other creator categories. And then also in my bio, you can find my, Crash Apps and Vimos if you want to also do it that way as well. But we did meet our goal for today. So thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate that. Now, well, let me get to DJ. I'll come to you when I get to you on in the list. Nadia, you'll be starting us off again. Go ahead, Nadia.
Yeah, really informative live, really interesting.
Uh-oh.
And I think it's kind of, natural for people to personalize things because war is personal, and genocide is personal. And this is a genocide in this case. But I wanted to say that I think that, if we look at the Jewish intellectuals like Noam Chomsky, we look at Norman Finkelstein, we look at Gabor Mate, for example, these people are anti-genocide. And maybe that's part of the solution here is to build bridges rather than find differences. There are so many differences and there are so many things we can attack. But if we look at bridges and if we look at things where we can come together, that might be helpful. And I think that Jen was trying to do that, but then, it kind of got a little derailed. But I think there were good intentions at the start of that. So Jewish intellectualism and even Judaism as a spiritual practice. I'm Muslim myself. I'll just land my plane. I'm Muslim myself, but I do find that more spiritual Jews tend to be against the genocide, and intellectuals and spiritual people can come together and find commonalities and find solutions and be anti-genocidal together.
Yeah, I want to say I fucking love Noam Chomsky, for the record. If you guys haven't seen any clips of him, I mean, that man is just so bright, that dude. I love listening to him. He talks a lot slower now than he used to, but he gets it out. And also, I want to point out, because in America, if I were to...
just real quick, Noam recently had a stroke.
Yeah.
And he is not able to articulate anymore, and we have lost a great voice.
Yes, Noam has been, just a beacon of light throughout
even
the Iraq War.
or he's nearly 100, so
yeah. Well, some of the old videos that you can go watch, or the more recent videos, you can see he's struggling a lot, but he's just so damn smart. But the point I wanted to make is that in America, if I was to shit on Muslims, nobody would bat a fucking eye. Nobody would really say anything except for Democrats, right? Democrats might push back on it. But generally speaking, nobody else. But if you say anything about, the way that Israel is doing, it's immediate. You get attacked as an anti-Semite. You're a bigot. You're this. Oh my God, you're Shitler. So, I hear a lot of victim mentality coming from that community, but I don't see it as much as I do against Muslims, and nobody's there really protecting Muslims in the same
I
way.
have faced personally a lot of Islamophobia in my life, a lot.
I believe it. I believe it. During
So
the Iraq War,
yeah,
I watched it with my own eyes. I watched Republicans just hate on, Muslims and Islam in general, and they're all T groups. It's kind of
what's
crazy.
interesting is that Netanyahu actually gave the false intelligence for the Iraq War. I don't know if everyone's aware of that,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
800,000 people perished in Iraq due to that false intelligence of U.S. getting involved. They had nothing to do
Yep.
with 9/11 at all. Nothing to do with 9/11. And
Um,
Netanyahu was the one that gave the false intelligence. I just learned about that recently.
Yeah, I have a compilation of him. If I can find it, I'll put it up there. But let's get around the room. Munzak, I'd gone to you earlier. I brought you up, but you just didn't say anything. Are you there with us now?
Hello there, how are you doing?
Doing fine. How are you doing? Go ahead.
I'm doing okay. So, I would just like to say that I just find what's going on, especially in the Middle East, to be pointless. Like, they've been fighting for decades, according to my grandma. Like my grandma grew up in church and everything like that. I'm not Jewish. I was very Christian. So, and I don't hate anybody on the planet. I don't hate anybody. I think everybody is made equal, depending on who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, but for
Well,
me,
do you take sides in the matter? Like, do you believe that Palestinians have a right to their own land? Do you believe that Israel has a right to their land? Maybe that's a biased
they
question, but
like for what I've been told, they've been fighting for years, like going back millions of years or something like that. My grandma told me, and
that's
my grandma always said that it was only the Jewish land. But I hope for my dad, like my dad told me, that was all Palestine land. So
um
I don't know. Is it 50-50 belong to both of them, or did one of them control that whole area?
yeah, okay, so Palestinians essentially were, you could trace them back to Canaanites. Canaanites were original holders of the land. Uh, Judaism or Israel came later from foreigners who came and invaded that area. This was 2,000 years ago. They held that space for half a century or a half a millennia, and then were kicked out, and then that's when they spread out in the world. And then 1,500 years go by, and then these Europeans declared themselves to be, of that area and wanted to take it. So they got the UN, the countries around the world to put them there, and they displaced the people that were there, who are the Palestinians. So it's
How
essentially,
long?
if you think of the United States with what happened when Europeans came over here and unalived all of the indigenous, that's
Oh
what
yeah.
happened. That's what happened there. The Palestinians are the indigenous.
Okay. But I can understand like the
Of
indigenous
course.
population.
Now,
I grew up in uh,
they will
I live in
disagree.
Canada, so I know every. But the one thing about me, like, is I am a Canadian, so I'm constantly hearing about I'm constantly hearing about what happened. Like, if you go back to the residential schools up here in Canada, my family had nothing to do with that because my family's been here since 1912 in Canada.
Well, that's good. But
You
imagine
know,
somebody comes in there to take your stuff. I don't think you would be happy about it, and you would probably
Yeah,
want to defend your property and your land.
yeah,
Of
yes,
course.
I can
Of course.
100% get at that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, especially nowadays, I hate that. I just hate how they like come walk up to me like it and they start blaming my family for nothing. My family had nothing to do with that. My family had I had literally had no proof that any of my family members like came like before the year 1912. I literally did all the digging I could and I could not find anybody or any member of my family who had anything to do with the residential schools.
So
Okay.
Moon, I just wanted to
Um,
just say if just 30 seconds, and then I'll just so I can wait for my time. I just want to just make this
well,
statement. So Moon, you're
if you
saying
could
you got
take your time out of turn, I'll just skip you after
no,
Potivity if you'd like.
I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, brother.
Okay. Yeah, DJ, you are in the hot takes box, so 90 seconds to you, and I'll drop you down. Unless you want on the panel, then we've got open slots here.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the panel than hot takes because you know hot takes and me don't go very well. I
That's
panic.
true. Well, let me drop you. Go next to
All right.
DJ. That way you can
Okay.
come up sooner. Okay?
All right.
Yeah. All right, Potivity, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say that listening to the story of like 1,000 years ago, they were in that land and then they got kicked out. It reminded me of a story I had to tell my son when I was raising him. So my son would go on to a playground or wherever, and within 15 minutes, somebody would be giving him a wedgie. Now, this was not normal. Like in my whole life, I had never gotten a wedgie from a stranger anywhere ever. But with my son, wedgies happened like they were magical ideas that people had that they had to give my son. So I had to sit him down and I had to say, you know, the only common denominator between all this mean treatment and these wedgies is you. And so it must be something you're doing that inspires wedgies. And when people are constantly like kicked out of places and whole entire groups of people in governments suddenly feel like they need to get rid of them out of their government and out of their land and they start hating them, you might want to take a look inward and think, you know, what am I doing to inspire this? Yeah.
Wedgies for everyone. You know what? Wedgies should be applied equal opportunity wedger.
Can I pass, please?
It was absolutely bizarre. I mean, and at one point I was inside a house and I heard my son screaming. I go outside and this like teenage kid has this like 4-year-old by the back of his panties and is swinging him around by the back of his panties. Wow. And I was like, how does this happen so repeatedly to you? You know, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, I had to sit him down and I had to say, you know, you must be inspiring this somehow, and it's time to look inward. And after I had that talk with him, it never happened again. So I don't know what he was doing.
I think when that happens, when somebody continually is getting, you know, like treated that way, it's because other people perceive them as weak. And when somebody perceives that somebody as weak, they will do whatever they want because people are assholes. And if they can feel more powerful by picking on somebody who they believe is weak, they'll do it. That's why when this happened to my son, I'm like, look, you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're letting these little shitheads do this stuff to you. You're going to have to just fight at some point. Like, it's just
I mean, he's a grown man now. This was when
as
he was
a man,
kid.
that's, you know, at some point this happens as a man. This is something that men have to deal with. It is what it is, you know, and
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what inspired it. I wasn't there for the inspiration. I was just there for the resolution. But it happened so often. I had to say, you know, there must be some behavior you're doing that inspires this thing. So figure out what that is and it'll stop.
That's crazy. Yeah. Look, I hope it doesn't happen anymore. That's terrible.
Oh, well, he's a grown man now, and
oh, this was long. Oh, okay. I thought there was something going on
like
recent. I see. Okay.
We definitely.
He's a full grown man.
Probably instilled in him a "fuck you" mentality. Like, right? I mean, those things, they can either go one of two ways. It'll either cause you to have depression, or it'll cause you to say "fuck you." Now, DJ, please go ahead.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, so if I can I want to respond to what Moonzak was stating. So Moonzak, I think part of the problem that we're seeing today, right, is that we're still being indoctrinated. I think one of the problems that you're having is, like you stated, you're listening to your grandma and your grandpa, I believe you stated. So you are actually pushing the same propaganda and the same rhetoric, right, that they were taught and that we are here trying to dismantle. So what you have to kind of do is either you have to research stuff for yourself and kind of determine what is actually the truth. And it's a good way to come here and determine that, right? Get different viewpoints and then research it. That's what I implore you to do. Something else that I heard you say was, you know, what's happening is pointless. Actually, as a Palestinian, it is absolutely not pointless because my existence is not pointless, right? Palestinians are literally fighting for their existence. What we see the Jewish state consistently trying to do is wipe out Palestinian identity, wipe out Palestinian existence, and completely ethnic cleanse us from the land, right? So if Israel were to stop unaliving Palestinians, there would be peace. If Palestinians stopped resisting against Israelis, we will no longer exist. This is what we have to kind of put into perspective here, right? You can look at international law, you can go back, look at the Balfour Declaration, you can look at, there's so many things that you can look at that will give you this information so you can start maybe your research. One other thing, I think we still have to, guys, make sure that we connect all the dots, right? When it comes to this Jewish state, specifically Jeffrey Epstein. We need to be able to connect the dots and see what kind of influence they have on our government here in the United States as well, and the pull they have here in
Yes.
our government.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. Now, DJ 7th. So I got two DJs together. Thank you.
DJ
I
K and
didn't
DJ
even
7.
realize it when I said go next to DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ and Mrs. DJ. Go ahead, DJ 7th.
um, yeah, okay, so there was somebody in the chat that was asking about what Poetivity said about thinking that, having that thought, right? And that's a common thought because once we actually open our eyes to see what's been happening and we get past all the, the propaganda, it is so unbelievably painful to see the pure evil and like it's evil doesn't even explain it, like that they've been doing to Palestinians and making us think something else. It's like, yeah, you get to that point where you think, did he have a point, right? But yeah, you push it out. It's sad that we get there, but we're not evil like that, so we're not going to hold on to it, but we will research more and more and more. And everybody should listen to DJK. He's the one that opened my eyes to this and to the propaganda of them. And ever since, I have daily and nightly, I research and research and research because it's so confusing. Okay,
Yep.
painful.
Well, I mean, if you read the MK documents, a lot of what Schittler was saying. Well, no, uncensored. We're doing this in order, and you will be after Johnny, like I said in the comments already. I don't know if you saw it, but I already said that. So just be patient, please. What Schittler said. A lot of that is what we're seeing today, and so of course it is reasonable for somebody to ask that question of themselves, in my opinion. Now, Johnny, go ahead. And thank you, DJ.
Yeah, I completely agree. There is thankfully no freedom or no criminal thought, laws in America, thankfully, for the left and the right. What was I going to say now? I'm feeling like DJ. Oh, geez. What I wanted to do was take and, swap a few words from a recent Mark Levin quote as best that I can off of memory. Okay, so the Germans have every right to throw everything they have at these little hat communist agitators. And am I supposed to cry crocodile tears if there is collateral damage? That's all the time I need. But, I mean, you could see how that would make people think.
Yeah.
Johnny, did you see him at
Thank
the
you, Johnny.
Republican Jewish Coalition by any chance? The way he was attacking Tucker and all these conservatives, Mark
It's
Levin.
disgusting. He's a traitor.
Man. Yeah. They're so weird, man. They're just radical Jays, to be honest.
Well, yeah, and to that point, I'm going to pull this video up. I played it yesterday. If you were in here yesterday, you probably saw it. Where the fuck did I put it? Right here. We've got, this is weird. And maybe I misinterpreted what you guys were talking about because I was reading a report at the time. But listen to this fucker.
Here in Israel, and as I finish, I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor, but I want to continue to have the title that's more important to me than anything. I'm your brother. Thank you.
He served Israel as mayor. This is weird to me. The financial capital of the world, ironically enough, right? Serving
Kind of like
Israel.
fled Raphael Cruz. Yeah.
Fucking crazy. And then I also have this other video that just kind of shows, if I can find it. Somebody posted it in my Discord earlier, but I can't remember where the fuck it was at. Maybe it was here. No, I'll find it and pull it up. It's yet another American representative who won't say that America is more important to him than Israel, which is gross. Anyway, let me move along. Okay, so we've gotten through the panel. Guys, we are at what, 68K? We've only gotten 8K since I last said to keep tapping. I think we can do better than that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
next on the panel.
What?
We haven't got to me. You said you got for everyone on the panel, innit?
Oh my fucking God, bro.
Okay.
Are we is this for real? Are you being serious right now?
No, I'd like to speak.
Yeah, I would too. And I was speaking and then you interrupted me.
Gonna
Guys.
be big feelings.
Yeah, guys, please keep tapping. Let's get to 100K. I appreciate it. Gifting goal up there, 50 of the targets. I have 11 so far, so if you want to help me meet that live goal and help push me up into another creator slot, that'd be great. For the record, Uncensored, in case this is your first time here on my panel, I go from the top left and I go around, I go down, and I come back down on the bottom. Johnny was the last one. You are the first one, so you're going to start the panel off. Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
This is my first time on the panel.
Sure.
So
fair. Go ahead.
Do you know what's really annoys me the most is the way that Zionists always just love to throw around the term anti-Semitism. Like every single criticism of the nation of Israel, they always label as anti-Semitic. I should be free to criticize any nation that I want, and that includes Israel. Yeah. And now, obviously, there's limits. I'm not going to go in and harass Jewish people in a synagogue, no, because that's actual anti-Semitism. But no country should be above criticism. And another thing as well is that you just showed the video of Eric Adams literally pledging allegiance to a foreign nation. Doesn't that violate the Constitution of the United States of America? Pledging allegiance to a foreign nation. It doesn't matter if the nation
any reaction to
is violating the Constitution ultimately. So why is there a double standard? They say no foreign flag should be flown in America, but then they don't have a problem if it's an Israeli flag.
Right. No, great point. Can't disagree with anything you said.
It's because it's the 50 states and one Israel.
Yep.
Or it's the 50 states of Israel. I don't. Yeah.
U.S. of I. I actually shared this video. Let me play, because this is actually the perfect time for me to put this video out here. I did this yesterday. Let me cue it up real quick. There we go. Oh, I muted it. Hold on. Let me unmute. There we go.
Anything. I'm your brother. Thank you.
He didn't serve the American people in New York City. No, he served Israel from New York City, which is the financial capital of the world. Well, liberal loudmouth, you can't say that. That's anti-Semitic. It's anti-Semitic to point out that this guy just said that he served Israel while being the mayor of the financial capital of the world? Yeah, that's a stereotype, and that's an anti-Semitic trope. Well, then you're really going to be pissed when I tell you that they used a guy named Epstein to work with the former prime minister of Israel to traffic children and have white, wealthy men grape these children so that they could then blackmail them and get Israel to get them to control the politicians in the U.S. and essentially take over our country. Oh my God, I knew that you were an anti-Semite. Why do you... Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, when you were talking, it reminded me of the video I just did saying the same thing you just said. So perfect timing. Let me move along to Munsak. Go ahead. And thank you, Uncensored.
Oh, thank you again. So, I want to bring up the point DJ K made. DJ K, can you put your microphone back on? Because I would like you to give. I would like you to hear my opinion about what you told me. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Let me just say that. Okay, I want to bring up the point as you said, like it. Said like it, but I understand you being like from Palestine and stuff. You're back from Bermuda. Like I don't understand. Like it. Like why the heck are we killing like innocent people who have nothing to do with what's going on? Like why? Like why should
Right.
we kill like somebody like you or somebody like me? Like
Right.
I got nothing to do with politics. Like I find politics, in my opinion, to be kind of boring. Because it doesn't
Okay.
matter who's in charge of what. Like it.
So do you want me to respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just this is with all due respect also. If you don't care about politics or you don't know much about politics, I would definitely stay off of panels that speak about politics, number one. Number two, and when you're talking about why are they unaliving and unaliving, you have to understand, right? Oppression breeds resistance. You oppress a people long enough, like I had stated earlier when you were on the panel, right? You cannot continue to oppress people, and then when they respond to the oppression, now you're going to cry victim. So that's really the point on that. So Munzak, when you're stating that you don't know much about what's going on, right? That's cool, and I'm not going to bash you about not knowing much about what's going on. That's cool, that's understandable, and so on and so forth. But I would seek to understand and speak on facts on political panels and come up and speak on your opinions. That's just my stance on it, to be honest with you. Specifically, if you don't know the facts, like opinions really don't matter when we're talking about straight facts in the conversation that we were having. That's
Yep.
just that.
Thank you, DJ. Great point. Potivity, go ahead.
Yeah, the world right now is being run by three prominent, evil, greedy men. You have DJT, you have Netanyahu, you have Putin. And there are more that are involved, obviously. And the e files reveal that, yeah, these weaknesses in men, the ability to tempt them, were used against them and against us. And I don't call entire people or entire countries evil, but we do have evil in charge of the world right now, and it's our duty to take it down. It's our duty to reveal it. It's our duty to uncover it, and then it's our duty to elect only women.
I like how you threw that in there at the last minute.
Screamer.
I see what
Touche.
you're doing there, Potivity. I see what you, DJ, go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm going to use my time to talk about Jeffrey, to be quite honest with you, and the ties to Israel. So first off, Jeffrey Epstein helped broker an Israeli security agreement with Mongolia, right? And this is with Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel. And even after he wasn't the prime minister anymore, he was actually the secretary of defense, I believe it was. So he still had massive ties to Israel. Also, how Jeffrey Epstein and the Mossad trafficked and helped Israel build a backhand channel to Russia amid the Syrian civil war, right? Then we can look at how Jeffrey Epstein helped Israel sell a surveillance state to West Africa, right? And we knew what led to that. They basically they went to a complete dictatorship after that. We can look at also, if you want to look into Yori Korin, which is, and many other military Israeli intelligence officers that have actually spent weeks at a time on numerous occasions in his Manhattan home. The ties to Israel is absolutely extensive, and I don't think we know the extent of it. But I will say this, and I'm just going to wrap it. Is that one reason why I think both Republicans and Democrats didn't want to release these files at one point is because they knew that if Israel was put out on the like as the head of the snake, the leaders of this chart of this sex trafficking and so on, that the entire U.S. and potentially the world would completely go against this state of Israel, and it would be the absolute complete downfall of them. But thankfully, we will get these files released here pretty soon. Liberal, I'm going to drop down, brother. Thank you so much for the panel as always, man.
Thank you,
Y'all
DJ.
have a great day.
I
Appreciate you, brother.
appreciate it. Yep. We'll
Keep me
catch you
down.
later, man.
It helps you out. All right, brother.
Peace. And now DJ the 7th, actually, I can just call you DJ since the other DJ's gone. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. My thank you. DJ works for me. Or Donna. Donna's good. The person, they always leave when it gets to me. I wanted to say about him or her, them not voting and not caring about politics is is kind of the reason why people get to the point where they can unalive other people's, right? Because people don't vote. They don't know what they're voting for, and shit gets carried away, and the wrong people get in power. So it's important for everybody to freaking vote on every single level. Like even the smallest thing that you might think is unimportant, it is so important because it all adds up. And then research, don't just vote, but research. You have to research to vote. And once you start researching, it gets easy. But it might sound, be a pile high at first, but it's important. It's very important.
Absolutely. And if you don't vote, fuck you. That's
fuck
how I feel about it. Johnny, thank you, DJ. Johnny, go ahead. After Johnny, I'm going to open it up for open discussion. Haven't done that yet, so go ahead, Johnny.
All right, it's just going to be quick because I've got other things going on at the moment. I'll have to be skipped. Israel has proven that they have an ability to self-govern, let alone have any sort of relations with their neighbors or the entire world. I believe that their statehood should be revoked, that they do not have the right to exist as a state. That's all I want to say. Especially because they grape people and protest that they should be allowed to grape people, for goodness sake.
Oh, well, they weren't eight.
Johnny.
They weren't 8, okay? They're barely legal 15-year-olds. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Appreciate that.
What's up, Megan Kelly?
I'm glad somebody, it's like, oh my God, what did liberal loudmouth just say? They're going to record that. They're going to spread it. He's a rapist. Listen to
Did you see the 15-year-old that made a post in reply to her? She's like, maybe you need a 15-year-old, an actual 15-year-old to tell you that some of us still have braces. Some of us still, it's crazy.
Jeez,
it was good.
Barely.
I'll send it to Discord.
These people are sick. Actually, Brian, since you just got here, let me go ahead and give you a timer as well, and then we'll open up the panel. Go ahead. Come again? Come again, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah, it's your time.
You want up, Brian?
Goodbye, Brian.
Hey, people, tap, tap, tap.
Goodbye.
Come on, we're getting close. We need to get to 100K tap.
Almost
Come
there.
on, people. Our fingers are hurting, but we can do it. Gift the live. He's got a gift goal. Share the live. It helps the live. Let's do it.
And
we
share
gotta
the
do this.
love.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Tapping is clapping. We got this.
See, it looks like a heart. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Now 10 minutes. Let's go, y'all. Just try not to go too crazy. And if you're wanting up, there's plenty of slots here if you want to come up here. Well, Brian wants to come back. But Brian, if you're not wanting to talk, then why are you coming up? He's requesting again. Let's see what Brian's got to say. All right, Brian. Hey, I gave him a shot. Brian, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I went to you, didn't say anything. What's up?
Nothing.
Well, you requested up. Would you like to offer some thoughts?
I like MAGA.
Okay, get out of here. All right, go ahead, guys. So
I want some of whatever Brian's having.
Yeah, well,
It's a stunning evaluation for Brian. I appreciate that very much.
Good job, Brian.
Has the hot takes spoken?
Not yet. No, but hot takes will go after the open discussion. Challenge, you're welcome to add in unless you just want to make your hot take and go.
No, my hot take is the sound bites of the Saudi is and Trump deal is evil after the New York City mayor that everybody voted for. I just thought that those are interesting. The way the blue and the red comment on things. I don't know if you've seen those, but
Are you talking about when the Mohammed bin Salman and Trump were next to each other? Is that what you're talking about?
no, I'm seeing
Mom Dami?
sound bites of Saudi's evil, and Trump made a deal with them, and they are terrorists and bombed the World Trade Centers. Are the sound bites I'm seeing, while at the same moment the same type of communist people are being voted for in other cities.
What are you
Right.
talking? Okay, what are you? I don't understand what the fuck it is you're talking about. Who said what? Let's start there.
Oh, just the sound bites that Saudi Arabia is evil and they can't believe
Who
Trump made a
said
deal with them.
what? You said soundbite. Whose soundbite is it? Who recorded it? Who said it?
Oh, these are just different lives that I've been on.
Okay.
So, wait, so you go from live to live and you record the live for sound
Oh,
bites.
I don't record the live. No, I don't even know how to record the
you
live.
have sound bites that are you paraphrasing what somebody
what I'm
else
hearing.
said.
Right.
I see. Okay. Well, did you see when Mohammed bin Salman was next to Trump? Did you see that? And when they asked a question about Khashoggi?
I did not, sir.
You
Do you
didn't
know
see
who
it?
Khashoggi is?
I do not, ma'am.
He was a journalist from Turkey that they helped unalive.
Yeah.
He was
He was going to get papers
investigating.
for his. Well, he was
He
getting
was-
papers for his marriage.
Well, he was investigating. He was an investigative reporter, and he was investigating ties between Jared Kushner, and the king of Saudi Arabia for the financial deal that he eventually ended up getting the $2 billion for the hedge fund that he never knew how to manage. And Khashoggi was in the middle of exposing that corruption, and so he went to go try and get an ability to get married. He had to go renew his visa or something, and ended up getting sawed into pieces in the embassy. And the king of Saudi, who was in our White House yesterday,
Yes.
is the one that ordered that hit.
According to who?
And he was an American.
According to everybody.
This was all over the news, a few years ago.
A few years ago. Okay.
No, it was
it was actually a thing.
investigated. They tried to figure out who had done it, and it all landed on the guy who was in the White House yesterday. So, and he even admitted it sitting there. He even said that was a mistake, but we just need to move on to the future. So, shut up.
It's disgusting how they can just say, "Let's move on," right? Like, come on, they're it's just disgustingly
They will
so
excuse
evil.
anything
If they do it.
Well, anything that their orange turd does, they just find excuses for it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Didn't they tape it too? And it was brutal.
Yeah, we heard the audio. It was horrific.
They tricked him. He was at I think the Turkish embassy, and it was horrific. This was a huge deal. So if you haven't heard of it, first of all, are you Zio? I'm going to ask everybody that talks about stupid shit. Are you a Zionist?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you: do you believe that Israel has a right to exist? Does Israel?
It's like an American challenge.
Right?
I don't know what you're.
Okay. Does Israel have a right to exist? Challenge.
Yes.
Okay. So you're fucking Zio.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah. If at this point you believe that nation, as it is today, as it exists right now, as what they're doing,
I believe every Western nation has a right to exist.
No nation has a right to exist.
Western.
Yes.
Israel's a Western
So
nation?
you're a white supremacist too? Is that what I'm understanding from you?
No, just retired military.
Wait, hold on though.
What does that have anything to do with it? We have a lot of white supremacists
Why would
that join
that
the military.
make me a white supremacist to believe that Western
You said
states...
all Western nations have a right to exist.
But isn't Israel in the Middle East?
It is. You're correct.
So what are you saying, Western? Western what?
It's a Western state in the Middle East.
Well, it's not even the Middle East. Let's be fucking clear about where this is. Southwest Africa. And
Africa.
Southwest Africa, North Asia, or Southwest Asia, North Africa.
Right.
Swana.
Morocco's North Africa.
Yes, right.
Swana should be what we call it, not Middle East.
People have a right to exist, not nations. So there you go.
All right, so America doesn't have a right to exist. Got it.
What the fuck? Dude, straight up, Zio.
Absolutely ridiculous.
He's a white
And the one who
supremacist.
doesn't
You
believe
just said
that
nations
the
do
United
not have a right to exist.
Challenge, the one who believes that
Nations
the United
do
States
not.
doesn't have a right to exist is Donald Trump.
Wait, is everybody else pointing and laughing at him?
He's the one
So
that
America
is
does
trying
not
to
have a
break
right to
down
exist.
our Constitution
No.
and destroy it so that he can take
Sovereign
a kingship.
nations do not have a right to exist. That's what you're telling me.
I am saying that Donald
I'm saying
Trump does
DJ.
not care about the United States at all,
And the
or
host.
the Constitution that you took an oath to.
Well, let me ask you this. Does every nation on earth have a right to exist?
Yes.
So why did you qualify it by saying Western nations?
I did not. I said Israel was a Western nation.
No, you said Western nations have a right to exist. You said it twice. Don't sit here and lie to me.
I said Western nations have a right to exist.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And you
that doesn't
believe
leave
that
out the other nations.
Yes, it
Are
does.
you telling me Israel does not have a right to exist?
Yes.
Yeah. When
No,
you
when-
say,
so I'm
when
just
you say,
countering your
no.
argument.
When
a
you say,
nation-
when you
when a
say,
nation-
holy shit, Poetivity.
I'm sorry.
When you say Western nations have a right to exist, that implies that others do not.
That was the answer to your Israel does not have a right to exist.
You offered that on your own.
No, that was after you stated that they do not have a right to exist and said I was a Zionist.
Because you said that Israel has a right to exist.
Yes.
A challenge. Do the Christians have the right to take over the Holy Land for themselves? Do Christians have that right?
Not if it's a sovereign nation.
What?
Oh, is that how that works?
What to you is a sovereign nation?
Secure borders.
Secure
of
borders.
a nation that is governmented by who their government is.
Governmented. Can you define governmented?
Yeah, or I can just reverse it and say that's a sovereign nation.
Okay.
Should a government exist, challenge, and I'm going to ask you this because you were in the military. Should a government exist when their goal is to take over other nations?
Didn't we just discuss this? I said no, not if it's a sovereign nation.
So right now, Israel is taking
Is a
over
sovereign
another
nation.
nation. And
Israel's a
carrying on
sovereign
their-
nation.
They've got these elaborate
They're a
plans
sovereign
to
nation.
build
You're an
seaside
imperialist.
resorts where Palestine used to be, and you're saying they have a right to exist. Did Hitler's Germany have a right to exist?
Palestinians are from Syria. They're the ones that moved down to Palestine.
Well, you know what?
Yes, they are.
No,
If that was the case,
Their
they're
original.
so
No,
close.
they're not.
Their original nation
Like,
is Syria.
and you know, Jewish people aren't even from there either. Did you know that?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
They were
Syria's
foreigners.
a lot
Yes,
closer than fucking Europe.
They were foreigners, and they
You guys
went
are
and
killing me.
conquered somebody else's land.
Where's
this is
Judea
fucking true. Bro, go read the Bible. It tells you in the Bible,
Right.
based on their own history that they acknowledge as true, they came there from some other land and
And
conquered
so did the
other people.
Palestinians.
The
And
Canaanites.
so did the Palestinians.
No, they didn't. They were
And
always
so
there.
did
bro.
Americans.
They were the
Americans
Canaanites.
came from another land
The
as well.
Palestinians were so wicked that the Israelites had to come in and cut them down.
Wait, what?
Well, I'm glad that you acknowledge that they are
Who
a
just said that?
violent group of people. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, but they had to because the Palestinians are so wicked.
No, they chose to.
What?
No,
Yeah.
No, they chose
choose
to,
it.
and they continue to choose
You're
it.
acting like
thank you,
Americans
dude.
are from America, too.
The Palestinians make
We all
God
moved from
cry.
somewhere.
And
How?
Well, God is not
Palestinians,
real.
first of all, are Jesus's descendants, right?
the Indians were so wicked that the
Oh
pilgrims had to cut.
The Indians,
The Indians were so wicked
From India?
the Native Americans were so wicked that the Pilgrims
Yeah, it's
had
the
to.
same story, different
Okay,
country.
so these two are together. Let me hold on real
Yeah.
quick. Okay, so
Trolls.
they were so wicked that they took baths. How dare they? They actually didn't sleep with flea-ridden beds. They didn't sleep with fucking mice. They didn't throw shit into their streets. They didn't do any those wicked fucking people. They didn't
They
go
didn't
to
essay
another
their children.
country and bring in diseases and make people unalive because they were so fucking nasty. They didn't do that. Those savages. Get out of here. Fucking
Yeah, they're gone.
trolls.
They honored and
Well,
guarded
I dropped them because I
and
see what
used
they're
it
doing. That's stupid.
reasonably. And if we had instead assimilated with Native Americans, we would not be on the brink of extinction.
That's right. Yeah, just like Skeeter said, the victors write history. Well, those two weren't victors of anything. They're just riding the
We all
coattails of other
lost
people.
because we all lost because the greedy took over. And
Yes.
and we really are all going to lose. Like I said, 6 out of every 8 of us are going to be unalived. 6 out of every 8 butterflies, 6 out of every 8 trees, 6 out of every 8 everything on the planet is on the brink of being unalived by climate change, and you guys are worried about immigrants.
Hello,
Right.
liberal loudmouth. It's always amusing to me to be listening to people from Europe and the United States talking about Israel and Palestine as if they know the history. And especially when I see somebody or hear someone
Thank you
like
for
this
those gifts.
lady over
Thank
here
you.
who is
Thank you
talking
real quick.
about
Let me give a shout
climate
out.
change. Yeah.
Let me give a shout out real quick.
You know, Arabs
Challenge.
have
Challenge. Thank you for the targets. I appreciate that. Carrie, thank you for the heart me and the go popular. Carrie, I appreciate that. Mazi, thank you for the charmer bows. Bobby B, thank you very much. Let me go through the list. Number 1, DJ, you are the number 1 gifter today. Thank you, DJ. Bobby B, you are number 2. Allie, number 3.
just make my
Maverick,
point?
number 4.
Can I just make my
I am showing support to those who support me, and you can keep your
Privilege
trap shut.
card revoked.
Yeah, you can just hold on for a minute. Allie, number 3. Maverick, number 4.
You have
challenge accepted, number 5. Surprisingly, challenge. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. Also, let me awaken or woken. Awoken woke. Go ahead.
To that liberal woman, yeah, she is probably the worst thing that can actually be, you know, walking this earth, because she's talking about everything that liberalism is actually.
Joey, thank you for the $10 on Crash App. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Joey. Thank you very much. Sorry, go ahead, Woken.
There's no such thing as Palestine. Remember that. There was never a Palestine. Israel is the ancestral homeland of the Jewish people. And you can go on and on and on about
Baking. Thank you for the charmer bow. I appreciate that. Baking, thank you. And again, challenge accepted. I'm surprised. Hey, man, you request back up, I'll let you up here. But thank you guys for those gifts. I really appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry, Woke. Go ahead.
Didn't God kick out? Didn't God exile the Israelites? And they weren't
scattered them
they
to
were
the wind.
exiled. They were exiled by God, and God was to request them back.
Hold on real
and
quick.
He hasn't.
Hold on, guys. Maverick, thank you for the rose. Maverick, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Awoken Woke. Go ahead.
You're the one who will be saying that, oh, we shouldn't be listening to the Bible or the Torah, you know, because that happened 3,000 years ago. And
Holy
suddenly
shit,
you're
Maverick. Holy shit. Thank you for the 10 roses, Maverick. Wow. Bunny, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Guys, that is amazing. Thank you so
Listen to
much.
this guy
I
get
appreciate
muted
that.
all day long.
I'm sorry, Awoken. Go ahead. My bad.
Thank you. Are you gonna? Yeah. Okay. Well, my point is,
I gotta give.
my
Hold
point
it.
is,
Fucking
if I
hell,
don't know something
guys,
about the conflict going
I can't.
on, I wouldn't be
Listen,
commenting.
hold on. Coleslaw, thank you for the confetti. Nadia, thank you for the roses. Wrath of Ares for the 10 roses for the win. Maverick, holy shit, with the coming in with the charmer bows. I appreciate that. Awoken, give me just a second. I'm sorry, man. The people in the comments are just annoying right now because they won't let you speak. Maverick, thank you so much. Good Lord, it's still coming. Look at all these fucking bows. That's amazing. Sorry, go ahead, Woke. Go ahead, man.
My point is, again, you are sitting miles away in the United States talking about. I mean, I can probably understand your concern about the ties that Israel has with, or APAC with the United States. But at the same time, the Arab world wouldn't be what it is without the
Holy shit, Wrath, thank you for those 6-finger hearts. And Maverick, thank you for 3 more bows. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Keep tapping, people.
We're almost to 100K, guys. We got 88K. Fucking hell. I'm sorry. I'm so far away, but I can't.
Yeah, there was
I can't
never a
stop
Palestine.
reading about
There
it.
was never a Palestine. There isn't a Palestine.
That's interesting, since
They're
Israel
Arabs.
called it Palestine even before
No,
Israel
not
became.
Israel. The
Holy
Romans
fucking
called
shit.
it Palestine.
Bunny, thank you for that, Bunny
The
Crown.
Romans called
Holy
it
shit.
Palestine.
Bunny, thank you for that. Sigma, thank you for the 10 roses. I appreciate it. Good Lord, guys. It just keeps coming. Thank you, Woke. I appreciate it. I think people are upset with you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You know why they're upset? Because they can't listen to the truth. This is a one trait. This is one symptoms of being a liberal. It's like when you hear truth, you become really upset and belligerent.
Well, I got to ask you: Is this
I've
true?
got a
Is
question
this
for
true or
Woke,
not?
too.
Because real quick, Chris just sent a dolphin. Is that true?
I'm the
It
awakened
is
woke.
true.
I'm not a woke anymore.
Maverick, thank you for the charmer bow. Thank you for the dolphins and the corgi. I'm sorry, Johnny. Did you want to jump in there too?
Yeah, I've got a question for you, woke in a whatever. What time of year do you harvest grains in Israel, or I should say Palestine? Sorry, what time of year is that?
What is Palestine?
Yeah, I'm just saying in that general.
Yeah, you just dug in your own hole.
In the general
I know.
region, what time
Yeah,
of year do you
around
harvest?
June. It's called Shavuot.
Around
It's called
June,
Shavuot.
around June. So then tell
Yeah.
me, kind sir, why does it specifically state in the Torah that New Year begins when barley is in the Abib stage, which for those of you in Rio Linda means when the barley is green and ripe but not golden ripe. So why do you Torah following descendants of
I'm
Judah
not following the Torah,
who
and you
celebrate
sound like
the
an
New
idiot.
Year and the
And you
fall
sound like an
equinox?
anti-Semite. You sound like a typical anti-Semite who thinks he's
Wait,
actually
who's
really,
Semitic?
really smart, but you're not.
You
Because
don't
you're
like
not even asked.
you don't like
Yeah,
you don't
Semite.
like Palestinians, so you're an anti-Semite. And real quick, Maverick, holy shit, thank you for the 100 roses. Sheila, thank you for the coral. We got Nadia Peace for the win with the group 7s. We got Maverick sending the Joker ball, which is awesome, by the way. Thank you for that. And 22 lightnings. Go ahead. Who is the anti-Semite and why?
Oh, it's me, of course.
Well,
It's inherent in my DNA.
If this is Johnny Mack or whatever, he said that I'm the one going to breed anti-Semitism because I'm speaking the truth that liberals, leftists, don't want to hear. Because
You are an
Israel
anti-Semite.
is a mistake for them.
You
It's a
are an
mistake.
anti-Semite.
It
You
shouldn't
are
have-
an
it should have
anti-Semite.
never existed. Palestinians are Arabs. The only bastion they couldn't conquer was Israel. That's why they're crying till today that they couldn't conquer, because once they conquered all the half of the world and the Arab states and made it Muslim, fucking
you didn't
barbaric
answer my
That's interesting.
religion.
That's interesting.
You didn't
They
answer my
were
question.
standing in front of the ancestral
Why
home
do
of the
you
Jewish
celebrate
people,
the
and
New
they
Year,
couldn't
sir?
actually
Sir, why do you
conquer
celebrate
it.
the New
Here,
Year?
guys.
We point out antithetical to
Okay.
the Torah.
Let me bring
Are
something
you
up.
asking
Hey,
me this
Awoken
because
Woke.
you had a
Awoken
rabbi
Woke.
who was
Awoken
talking
Woke.
to you once when you...
Awoken Woke. You said that Muslims are trying to take over the world. Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, of course they do.
Okay,
This is what
I
they
don't
do.
see that in their text, but let me play
You
this
don't see
video.
that in their text. Have you ever read the Quran?
Calm down.
Have you ever
It's
read the
okay.
Quran?
Hold on real quick, because I'm going to show
Have
you
you
a
read the
video.
Quran?
I'm going to show you a video of their own book, and let's just watch this, okay? Just
what
watch.
Israel actually
And I'll be
does.
right back.
They call us anti-Semites. But let me read something to you, and I got to ask, why don't they call this anti-Semitic? Lift up your eyes and look about you. All assemble and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters are carried on the hip. Then you will look and be radiant. Your heart will throb and swell with joy. The wealth on the seas will be brought to you the riches of the nations will come. Foreigners will rebuild your walls, and their kings will serve you. Though in anger I struck you, in favor I will show you compassion. Your gates will always stand open. They will never be shut, day or night, so that people may bring you the wealth of the nations. Their kings led in triumphal procession, for the nation or kingdom that will not serve you will perish. It will be utterly ruined. Although you have been forsaken and hated, with no one traveling through, I will make you the everlasting pride and the joy of all generations. You will drink the milk of nations and be nursed at royal breasts. Then you will know that I, the Lord, am your Savior, your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Instead of bronze, I will bring you gold, and
Oh
silver
wow,
in place of
this
iron.
is so
Instead
impressive.
of wood,
This
I
is
will
like
bring you
really a
bronze and
proof
iron
that
in place
Jews are
of
taking
stones.
over the
I will
world.
make peace your
Listen.
governor, and well-being your ruler. No longer will violence be heard in your land, nor ruin or destruction within your borders. But you will call your walls salvation, and your gates praise. Then all your people will be righteous, and they will possess the land forever. They are the shoot I have planted, the work of my hands, for the display of my splendor. The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time I will do this swiftly. They will rebuild the ancient ruins and restore the places long devastated. They will renew the ruined cities that have been devastated for generations. Strangers will shepherd your flocks. Foreigners will work your fields and vineyards. And you will be called priests of
Preparing
the Lord. You will be named
1,400
ministers of
years
our
ago.
God. You will feed on the wealth of nations, and in their riches you will
Oh,
boast.
blah blah
Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. And instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in.
You hear that? You will
blah
feed on the wealth of nations, and
blah
foreigners
blah.
will do
Yeah,
all of
that's the
your
Nazi
work.
in you
Is that
talking.
It
That
almost
That's
sounds
the
is, hold on,
Nazi.
guys, hold on. That is literally what you claim that Muslims are going to do. In the Tanakh, it says this. Does it not?
like it almost sounds like they're worshiping themselves. Like
That's
their
right.
God is
Yes,
worshiping
darling,
them.
but you worship your little
Your God.
fanny in
No,
front
no,
of the
no, no,
mirror,
no, no,
and
You
you
made
sweetheart.
a
you hate
claim.
Your
men
God.
and caress your
Wait,
little cat. That's what
wait,
you
listen.
do.
Your God
That's what you do.
worships you. That's what you're.
Yeah,
That's
my
what
God,
that's
no,
saying.
no, 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 no. Listen,
Ew.
listen, listen.
So
No white
gross.
liberal woman with
No,
who hates
no, white
herself is
liberal
going to
woman.
tell me what I worship
White
or who's
liberal woman.
worshiping me. Okay,
Holy shit.
okay.
That's why you
You
don't have a
are a
girl.
disease. You are a
Real quick,
walking.
A
Skeeter,
woman.
thank you for the charmer bow, the 2 charmer bows. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Woke?
I was saying that this is an enabler of. I mean, don't you see what's going on? I mean, can you show me Jews who are actually walking around and killing other people and
Yes.
shouting in the name of God?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every one
Yeah.
of them over in
Say
Israel.
Palestine.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
every
you're going
one
to
of
say
them over in Israel.
Palestine now.
That's right.
Maybe they should have started a
Let me
war
let
on
me let me
October
explain.
7th.
Hey, Woke, let me explain something to you. These motherfuckers believe that they have a divine right from God to that land, and they believe that they are superior to everybody else. That's what they believe. They call themselves the fucking chosen people. So yes, every time they unalive somebody in order to take the land that they believe God gave them, they're absolutely doing it in the name of God every time.
No. Okay, there's a
Yes.
small batch of these people who are
Americans take
actually
their land
doing
for?
it, but
In the name of who?
it was never ever a Palestinian land. It was an Arab Jewish land, Judo Christo
It
Christian
was
Arab
never a
land.
Jewish land.
You are just really
It
confused.
was
You
never a
don't see
Jewish
Motherfucker.
what's
land.
going on. You never
Just
read
because
any history
just because
except
your
what.
Bible
Yeah.
just because your Bible praises you as the God, so just because you
Mm-hmm.
have your God praise you as a God does not mean anybody else does, because you're fucking sick. You're like
You're
gross, like
fucking sick.
creepy, like I have
Because you're
ew,
so
like I just want to
fucking
fucking barf
sick.
when I just think of
Because you're
it of you.
so fucking sick. Because you're so sick.
The way he does that
Hey,
voice,
woke.
the way he
Hey,
does
woke.
that voice tells me
Hey,
that
liberal.
he may have been over on the island Let's go to. I'm going to go back to single time. I'm going to go back to single timers. Maverick, we're going to start with you on the top left. Go ahead, Maverick. Welcome in. Welcome back.
So I want to ask, well, since I have my timer, and you have to wait till after my timer is up, if that's your homeland, and that's you guys have been there for thousands and thousands of years, why do you all burn up like vampires with skin cancers? Number two is that those people from thousands of years ago, please mute your mic. You have noise. Thank you. Those people of thousands of years ago are not the same people, the Europeans that are over there now. And number three, if that's your own, that's your homeland, it's always been your land, why did they look at several other places to find a Jewish state? They looked in places in Africa. They looked all over the joint before they even
And they
picked that
have
place.
refused because
Excuse
they
me,
have
I
one
have a
place.
timer, cunt. I have a timer.
You'll be
Shut
next,
your
woke and
cunty
woke.
lips. Right, and I need my time
I'm going
back
to give your time
because you
back.
opened up your Zionist cunty lips and you're spewing garbage and nobody wants to hear it. I'm trying to be calm without cursing your ass out. First of all, you're a subhuman species. You're disgusting. You're
Okay,
revolting.
LaQuisha.
And
Yeah,
the
LaQuisha.
only, yeah, bitch, I'll be LaQuisha.
Shaniqua.
But guess what? Guess
LaQuisha.
what? Guess what? And I'm going to say this out loud. What did H-Man, Mustache Man know that the rest of us are just finding out? And some people say, and I'm starting to believe that, we need some more H-Mans around for you motherfuckers that are in Israel right now. Fuck you
The
and
Bolsheviks
fuck
are
that
coming. The
mod
Bolsheviks
state.
are coming.
Okay. Thank you, Maverick. Woke and woke, sleep or sleep. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, answering here to LaQuisha, who is probably with her bonnet right now and grooming herself, obviously with the taxpayers' money, I'm going to say one thing. The Jews come from Judea and Samaria, which is in Israel. Now, when the Romans have kicked out the Jews after they've conquered the area, they have actually, to insult the Jewish population that was living there, they call it Syria, Palestina. And when you look even at the old maps that are 3,000 years old, okay, let's put the Bible aside. And let's talk about documented history of the Jewish people in that area as opposed to Palestinian history. You will find nothing. You will find no Palestinian leaders, no currencies, no scriptures. What you will find is mostly Hebrew and Aramaic, which are the bedrock of the Jewish and the Hebrews or the Israelite ancestry.
Okay.
And
Nice
you only hate
Saul.
Jews. I
Judea.
Excuse
mean,
me,
black
Saul.
people hate Jews
Listen,
Excuse
because
me,
they're
listen.
Saul.
losers.
And
Jewish people
Saul.
hate black people.
Excuse
What are
me.
you talking
Right.
about,
Of
bro?
course they do. Saul. So let me call
Look at
Saul
what they
out.
do to
So
you.
since you want to be
45
Jewish,
second rebuttal.
Because
thank you. I'm going to
LaQuisha
call you
here hate
mute
Jews because
Saul.
Jews have done
Excuse
well for
you.
Okay.
themselves.
Excuse
They
you, Saul.
I got him. Go
Saul,
ahead.
why? Since I'm LaQuisha, your name is Saul. And while you go around the world stealing everybody's money, going into the banks
stealing
and steal,
everybody's money
excuse
like
me,
you
Saul.
motherfuckers.
Excuse me, Saul. That's why you all get thrown out of every fucking country you go to because you're absolute greedy bastards.
We've seen how
Excuse me, Saul. And that's why
we've
people
seen
don't
how
like.
you
Excuse me, Saul. You can't control yourself because of that arrogance that you
you've
think that you're a chosen one. You're not Saul. You're a piece of trash. You come from trash. You Zionists of subhuman creatures. And people around the world are starting to realize that you are to be hated. You should be cleansed of this earth. And the only good thing that's going to happen when the world decides to cleanse itself, when Mother Earth wants to cleanse itself from human beings, I hope that you fuckers are the first to go. You fucking
Okay.
pieces of shit.
And see, look, you're awoke and woke. I see you requested back up. I dropped you because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. Your actions, your behavior, the way that you view other people, the way that you see yourself as superior to others is causing extremist actions. You're doing it. And it's not good. This is not good.
Exactly.
This is fucked up. Baking. Go ahead.
So I just wanted to prove to him that I can wait my turn and actually learn to shut the fuck up. Yeah, he has no idea what he's talking about. If he actually took a history class ever in his life, instead of just spewing rather bullshit, he would understand that the term Palestine has existed for well over 3,000 years. But the problem is he doesn't actually speak in facts. He just speaks in feelings. And his name is the stupidest name of all time because you can't be an awoken woke. That means you're asleep, which he clearly is. So have a great day, liberal. I'm out.
Thank you, Baking. I appreciate that. Now, woke, I dropped you because you wouldn't stop interrupting. I will get back to you when it's your turn. Challenge. Go ahead. You're in the hot takes box. Let me give you 90 seconds, but Baking, I think, is going to drop. So you're welcome to come back on the panel if you'd like. And thank you for the bows, by the way. Go ahead.
All right. Great. Yeah, I don't appreciate dropping me the first time because you didn't like something I said, but I'm just going to say that I love everybody, and I do believe in sovereign nations, and also the Palestinians came from Syria if you do your research. So that's all I had to say about that.
Okay. Well, if you want,
they're mutts just like us. We're mutts in America.
Well, hold
They're
on.
mutts in Israel.
Well, hold on. He's got a timer.
Yeah, we're mutts in America. They're mutts in Israel. And the history of the world has been people taking land, and the strongest survive, and Darwinism, et cetera, et cetera. So just for someone to say, hey, I've stepped a foot here, therefore this is my land, consider that and do your research.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, and doing research would allow you to find that Palestinians are not from Syria. Syrians are from Syria. They would be called Syrians if they were from Syria,
No,
but they're not.
Nabatics.
They're
They are
not.
Nabatics.
Okay, shut
They're
your
not Syrian.
fucking fuckhole. It's not your turn yet. Okay? Poetivity, go ahead.
Yeah, so since you guys believe that like the Jewish people had that land forever and they get to take it back, then are you for the Native Americans then taking back their land from us? Like, do you own a house? Are you willing to give it up? Or let a Native American tribe just come and take it from you? Just like, move out. You're done. You're done. Get out. And if you don't get out peacefully, we're just going to flatten everything and take it back.
What are you for?
Is that what you're for?
Are you for the Native Americans taking back the land?
She's asking you.
I'm asking
I
you
am
because
not.
you're the one
No.
defending. You're the one defending historical people who obviously lost the beachfront property
Oh, they
at
got it
some
back though,
point.
didn't they?
Just
They got it
leveling,
back.
just leveling the beachfront property to take it back. You're for that. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Like that you wouldn't be for also the native people here taking back their stuff.
It's do as we say, not as we do. We're special. We get to do it, nobody else gets to do it.
Because my God worships me.
Yeah, and I'm going to Africa because, 300,000 years ago, my people came from there, and I'm going to go get it back. It's mine. Carlos, welcome in. Go ahead. Carlos Eduardo.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say to this guy, the awake woke, whatever. There's a video of their prime minister Golda saying that she was Palestinian first and bragging that she has a Palestinian passport. So this guy is full of BS. I don't want to say it. And then
they call her a Palestinian. So you can be terribly. So I've got LaQuisha and I've got Fernando here trying to educate me. That's not going to work.
But
That's not going to work, Eduardo.
You guys are destroying
Alejandro,
everything.
that's not going to work, what you're trying to do.
W Maverick.
All your
W
news is from
Maverick.
Wikipedia and TikTok.
Let me make this easy. I've studied the science on this. The DNA of Syrians come from the Levant. It comes from the Levant. Levantine group. Do your own DNA. I bet you're Ashkenazi and you don't have any Canaanite or Judea in you. The Syrians come from the Levant. It's called Levantine DNA.
Yeah, exactly. And they can stay there. And they can take the Palestinians.
Shut the fuck up. This is Carlos's timer. Carlos, I'm going to put your time back.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say that, and then this guy just destroyed in Lebanon. They destroyed St. Peter's church, 2,000 years old church. They leveled it to the ground. So they're just, I don't know, they're out of their head, they're out of their mind. They're bad. That's all. That's all I gotta say. I'll give my time.
Thank you, Carlos. DJ, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, I have a question for either of the two of you oppositionists. There's a paper. It's called the Zionist Plan for the Middle East, and it was in the 1980s. And in the plan, it said something about the genocides, the biblical genocides committed by Jews in the Bible. Like, is that in your Bible as well? A bunch of genocides?
Against who?
Huh?
Against who?
I don't know. It says that there are biblical genocides in your Bible.
So
I was
do
asking
your
a
homework,
question.
and then
Yes,
when
you're
you
right.
know,
You're right. I don't know. I'm asking you a
yeah,
question.
you don't know. Okay, no, because there's no such thing as genocides by Jews to anyone. Okay,
What?
No such thing.
Wait, what do you mean? How is there no such thing as G-side by Jews? How is that
There
not possible?
isn't. There isn't.
You mean
You
it's
know what a
not
genocide
possible?
is?
Do you mean it's not possible, or that it's just
No,
not
it's
happening
not possible. It's not possible.
Then
It's
you're
not
full of
possible.
shit, and you just shut up. Johnny, go ahead.
Yeah, I think
You can't answer that. That's what you're saying.
No, hold on, Johnny.
really stunned.
Hold on, Johnny. Hold on real quick, Johnny.
Okay, Johnny, hold on.
Woke. You shut the fuck up with that, because claiming that a people can't commit G-side is the absolute most ignorant fucking thing
that's
I've
what
heard.
the Hamas
Shut your fucking mouth. Do it again, and I'm just not going to bring you back up. I know you probably don't care,
Money
but
launder
Jesus
somebody's
Christ.
bank, bitch.
Yeah,
Go
I
money
I don't care. You said something ridiculous that's a total lie, that's not based in reality, and if that's what you're going to do here, you can fuck off.
Why is it not based on reality?
Okay. Because
I
you're
think-
gone.
I think-
Johnny,
I
go ahead.
think
Go steal somebody's money.
Yeah.
Go start a Ponzi scheme,
Yeah.
bitch, like Bernie Madoff hoe. That's what you do. Go start a
W
Ponzi.
Maverick. W Maverick.
Johnny, go ahead.
Yeah, I think DJ hit a sore spot. I think he brought up something that most of us aren't aware of, and I think he sounded like he was surprised that you knew it. So I'd say that's something to dig deeper into. But anyways, the one thing I wanted to ask Awoke, two things really, is when the first month of the year is in the Torah. And if, like he said, the grains are harvested in that region in June, and it's commanded in the Torah that the beginning of the year is when barley is in the Abib stage, which means it's tall, it's ripe, but it's still green. It hasn't turned to, amber waves of grain yet. So how is that possible when Passover is in the first month around the spring equinox, just like Easter, but yet they celebrate Rosh Hashanah around September 21st, the fall equinox, if they're, religious descendants of Judah? So those were my questions, but I know he won't answer them honestly.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. I mean, he's requested back up, but honestly, like, if he's going to lie and say something that fucking absurd, then I just don't see the point talking to the guy. I just
Full of
really don't.
heifer.
Like,
Yeah.
Jewish people can't commit G-side. Bitch, what? What the kind of
Unless
fucking
he sends you
ridiculous
out
shit?
to gifts.
He could say, yeah, hey, there you go, Awoken Woke. Send me $500. I'm just kidding. 1,000 likes left to go, guys. We're almost to 100K. Let's wait until we get there, and then I'm going to open the panel up for you guys to just talk. That way, no more timers. Y'all can argue amongst yourselves. Almost there. There it is. Here we go. 100K. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm just going to take the timer away. Go ahead and have at it. Do you want me to bring Awoken up or no? Because I think he's ridiculous.
Because the bitch can't keep that pie hole up. Go
Right.
steal somebody's money. That's what you need to be concentrating on how you're going to infiltrate banks and steal money and start Ponzi schemes with child graping rings going on at the same time. That's what you bitches are good for. You're good for deception. You're good for trying to manipulate people all around the planet, and the planet is tired of you. You Zionists are viruses. That's what it is. That's what we need Bill Gates to do, is get a goddamn vaccine for Zionism. Okay. That's what he needs to be doing.
We got to be careful with that word, by the way.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, you're Irish, but you love everybody. Bullshit. So you need to stop being a fence sitter challenge. Stop sitting your ass on the fence and call out these demons for who they are. We need to get collective holy
It's an
water.
open panel,
and
by the way.
throw on those Zionist bastards.
So we gotta be careful with the Z word.
Any sovereign nation.
With the
V word, not vagina, but the other V word. You can say vagina, but you can't say the accent.
Vagina.
Yeah, no, remember what was that? What was that? Varsity Blues. Penis, vagina. That's the great. Please tell
Something
me
that
you guys,
the awoken woke
guys
won't even know about.
Yeah, he's like, what is that?
You guys are getting me horny now.
Oh God!
Bear. I choose bear.
You are in the hot takes box, though, or was that John? I'm in the hot takes box. Is it just me?
And so woke, sleep is just a chaos agent.
Cringe.
Sent in here to be cringy and ugly. And if you turn on your camera, you probably wouldn't even be wanted by the Zios.
Right.
From what you sound like. Turn your
Right.
Maybe you know what's weird to me is TikTok. It won't let you go turn your camera on until you're able to go live, which requires like 1,000 people, right? To me, you shouldn't be able to go on a live without your camera on until you reach a certain level, because then you have your bitch ass creating a bunch of alt accounts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go live. I can't turn my camera on and prove it. They should make you have to turn it on.
Turn your camera on challenge to show us your beautiful puss.
Oh yeah. and you're not chaos agent either.
She isn't.
So I'm not an agent. Oh, I'm a chaos agent.
I don't know. You got nothing but hate spewing from you.
Well,
really? Do you see what I'm saying as hate?
But she's saying it out of love, and she's saying it with passionately. She's saying it how everybody should be saying it, because for 80 years Palestinians have been terrorized, like just and all they want to do is live, like, and we've been lied to and screwed over. She's saying it with passion and love.
What hate do you
challenge? If somebody decided that your neighborhood was the neighborhood that they were going to take over, so they built a wall around your neighborhood, and then they cut off the water, cut off the electricity, refused to do business with anybody in there, and grabbed your bank accounts, and then told you guys that they were going to come in and take your houses, what would you do?
I would recommend that you don't have a terrorist group govern your territory and create havoc.
Wrong. You're not.
Oh, that's not what I would do?
That is
so
sweet.
you are.
Poetivity. Can I respond to that? Poetivity. I'm sorry. I find this hilarious that as a conservative, I'm looking at a boomer that has completely lost the majority of the Republican Party and the conservative right. That Candace Owens is the #1 podcast in the world.
Ooh,
and, thank you for your service, by the way, but you're boomer, like, clinging to this, failed foreign policy and just desperately grasping to quotes from Mark Levin and other neocons that really have betrayed all of conservatives is, I'm sorry, sir, it's pathetic.
Real quick, it says challenge accepted's live content contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. They remain in your live. Your live will be unavailable to some audiences.
You were smoking.
Oh, were you puffing?
Oh.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't puff on
Yeah,
TikTok.
you can't puff on that.
Damn
That
it.
sucks. As soon as I
Now you
walk
can say-
away,
now you can say-
as soon as I walk
now you can
away,
say
he starts
TikTok.
puffing.
Yeah.
Who's the chaos agent now? Who was that? You don't know that you
Come
can't
on,
do that on
challenge.
TikTok? And maybe you
Challenge
didn't. Maybe you
accepted.
didn't know, but now you for sure do. So if you come
Yeah.
up and you do it again, then I know it's on purpose.
TikTok literally,
I give you the benefit of the
literally
doubt.
called you, said your actions were hateful. So you have hateful actions challenge.
Yeah, no. Did it give you a ding challenge? Like, did you get a notification for it? Just curious. I don't know how that goes because if you see me dipping
Challenge
down
is
like
gone.
this, that's what I'm doing. I have to do it off camera. Sucks. Fucking love TikTok shop.
Your mother name is LaQuisha. Tell your mother her name is LaQuisha.
Oh yeah, challenge got a ding. Yeah, challenge got a notification for it. Yeah, it sucks. That's why my back is like out of place because I, do these lives all the time and I have to lean over and I'm like, oh, my back. Oh,
Shame on you. Shame on you.
My neck and my back. And see, look, it's gonna my back and my neck.
My back.
Like my.
You
See,
could give up smoking. Like you could give up smoking. That
Yeah,
would
you
be
could,
a good
yes.
thing
I
for you to
could.
do.
Because
yes, you
if
could.
I
And then your
don't,
neck and your back. Yeah.
well, if I don't, my neck and my
saved my
back will
neck. I saved my
unalive me
back.
faster than the smokes will. Apparently.
Wait a minute, but Portivity, why would he need to give up smoking if 6 million of people are going to be gone anyway? We might as well start doing the C word, sniffing it up our nose, the lice powder. We might as well go crazy since we're all gonna
Wait,
unalive anyway.
Is that the happy powder or the
Well,
organ?
I've already got a start on that, Maverick. So why don't I recommend you just go
What is
ahead
that?
and
Right.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna eat 12 dozen donuts in one sitting and ask myself why my stomach's so fucking fat. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna enjoy my fatness to the end.
Yes.
Why is my foot
Plus,
turning
the
black?
fact is that Maverick, the fatter you are, the more you just float when you jump in a pool. Like you can't even go under.
But
And so when all the floods hit and all the I'll just be floating along on top of the water. Like a pat of butter. I'll probably outlive everybody because I can actually go probably 6 months without food.
And everybody else in the water is going to be like, help. And you're like, you should have ate more donuts.
Everybody else is stocking up with food in their house. I'm just putting it on my body. Like I'm just like I'm putting my food storage where nobody can steal it.
Oh God!
Like
try
Americans will
try
outlive,
me. You can't take
Americans
it.
will outlive the world.
That's
because
fucking
we
funny.
are so fat in this country.
We
We
are.
live off of our fat reserves for years. So
Yeah, and we'll float, Maverick.
That's
Like we'll
right.
float on all the flooding. Like it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh my God.
That's so sick.
That's pretty funny. TikTok's going to be like, that's misinformation. You can't float if you're fat.
You can't float if you're not supposed to survive.
I used to be a huge, I mean, not a huge swimmer, but I used to swim a lot, and I had a very lean body, and I enjoyed like going under the water and going as far as I could under the water. Well, I was recently in Hawaii, and I was in a swimming pool, and I thought, I want to do that again. So I dove under the water, and I tried to cross the pool under the water, and my butt brought me to the top. Could not stay under the water. It just like floated up like a helium balloon to the top of the water. It was
fucking
just
Wait a
funny.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me make a correction. You're absolutely right. The woke, eating junk food all day, and I'm eating fried chicken. But at least I'm not sucking babies' blood off their wiggly worms, bitch.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never graped a teenager, I've never excused a grapist either.
Well, don't forget though that it's barely legal. Okay, they're
Right.
at least they weren't 8.
No,
Don't forget
barely
this.
legal is the day after your 18th
That's
birthday.
right. And Poeticity, don't forget this.
Don't tell Megan Keller.
They are allowed to grape a 3-year-old girl in one day because once they grape her, her hymen will grow back. That's what you bitches do. The awoke and woke, the sleep. You all grape girls at 3 years old in one
Yes.
day, and
You
it's not
Yes.
excuse
crime.
it. Like even prisoners, even violent prisoners, people who
Yes,
have like serial unalived
yes,
people know that the worst criminals in prison
yes,
are those
yes.
that grape children. Like
Absolutely,
those
Yes.
people are not safe in prison, but they're safe in the
absolutely.
White House. It's like unbelievable.
Prisoners are more honorable than the entire
That's right.
government of fucking Israel.
But
Oh
guess
my
what?
God.
Think
Even
Yes.
the
about
way
that.
the way Jeffrey unalived is because whoever did it, and I know he didn't do it himself, they felt the same way. We're going to get you, even though they were covering it up, right? But even if you go to prison, your ass is going to be unalived if you're on that list. So let's
No,
hope
I
Donald
don't
Trump.
even believe that he's unalived. I think he's like living in
Me neither. I
Thailand.
don't either. I think he's in Israel, getting
I think
ready to
he's in
build a beachfront
Thailand.
property.
Where they regularly grape children
Yep,
in
yep,
Thailand and
yep.
I think he's there living the
I
good
do too.
life.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
unalived
Now,
either. I really
Sparky,
don't.
did you mean to come up or were you
Yeah,
tapping?
I just want to
Oh,
bring up the fact that how much Pam Bondi has aged after watching the videos.
she looks like she's 16 now. That's why they
I
keep
mean,
her
that
around.
woman.
They're like, she's legal, but she looks like she might not be. Fucking
I
Pam
mean, that
Bondi.
woman is aged 10 years and 10 months. God, I can only imagine what's on the video she had to watch.
You know, I believe, Sparky, that Pam Bondi, Christy Nome,
Yeah,
all the women in the administration, that they were e-girls. And they were the e-girls who recruited other girls.
probably.
And so the Epstein model was that they would promise them great careers and all of these stuff. And so these are very stupid women, obviously, who have achieved very high ranks. But if people knew what they did, they would be banned from society. And that's how Trump keeps her silent. That's what I believe. I
So
believe
let me ask you
I
this.
believe she is in the e-files. I believe that other girls who were recruited to recruit other girls are in the e-files. And I believe they're in the administration. I mean, I don't have proof of it. It's just what I believe because of how complicit they are with this whole thing.
Well, let me
Thank
ask you
you.
this question. Then
Oh, shit.
I can
We
see.
met the goal.
Yay!
Thank you.
I can see the girls being in it. But what is the excuse for that darky, that falafel eating, street vending, clean the food with your toes, cockeyed Cash Patel, that mud puppy? Why is that
Wow.
bitch? What is he doing to protect these filthy bastards? Can someone tell us that?
He's coming after
Well,
him. I'm going to get him.
now that he's become the leader of the deep state, his views on that have changed a lot.
Well, Maverick, I believe that it's a little known fact that when Cash Patel was 3 years old, he probably had, this is a guess on my part, brain cancer. And in order to cure it, they had to remove like 3/4 of his brain. And that's why his eyes are stuck that way. But yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
funny.
listen, this is what I heard from this person's
Oh
supposed
my
to be
goodness, that
credible.
is
Supposed to
savage.
be
I love
a,
it.
a credible source, guys. Listen, someone says that there are photos out there. This is gossip, guys. This is not fact. We're not spreading false information.
Can
That
challenge come back on?
that Miss
Sorry.
J.D. Vance, the first drag queen vice president, I call her Miss Maybelline,
Love
was
it.
also on the Epstein Island, but as a younger boy who probably was
Oh.
one of the ones trafficked. This person said they have photos of him being on it, but he was too young to be one of the. So they believe that this person was also trafficked, but has been promised the positions, and now he's where he is with all these older people coming into their lives, like Charlie
Wow.
Kirk had a man at
Wow.
73. Yeah, this is so look for that video. It's on you should be able to find it on YouTube. And the guy is speaking. So yes, Miss J.D. Vance, Miss Maybelline,
Interesting.
could also
Yeah.
possibly be one of the trafficked boys. Because don't forget, guys, we keep saying girls, girls, girls. There were boys and girls trafficked.
Yes. Yes.
I
Some of
think
those
that's
people like
Trump's main
some of those
panic
people
is the
like
little boys.
right. Some of those people like Miss Lindsey Graham clutching her pearls and things that they also could be in those files. Miss Tim Scott, also known as Mushmouth. Thank God that we haven't had any information about Miss Childbearing Hips, Elon Musk. That one hasn't been on there yet. But it's going to be judges, lawyers. It's going to be finances. It's going to be people from big companies. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, all the other Zuckerberg may be on there, but he's too young. But that other old. So you're going to find a lot of those people on it. It could be that big fat black silverback gorilla that's sitting on the Supreme Court with his interspecies marriage to his SETI wife. Clarence Thomas could be on there because
His
you know he was
RV.
running around with
Yeah,
Bill
when
Gates.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
his
they're going
RV
to try to
is
cover
also
it
a
up.
boat. He just
Yeah. But
he just
listen,
drove that bitch
all
over
these
there.
files, the stuff that we're going to see that's going to be released, it's all going to be fixed, guys. They're already going to take
Oh
everything they
yeah.
needed to take out
Yeah.
of it.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah,
swept
you
clean
don't
now.
go 11 months trying to get
Right.
them not to come out and then
Right.
And then just say, fuck it, let them out.
just let it
Okay,
go.
yeah, right.
Let them all
Just let it
out.
go.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't make any
okay.
sense.
You had all this time. Shut the fuck up. Nobody believes your dumbass.
I
And
think I think he worked for the I country in the Middle East myself. I'm going with that theory. I have
Oh yeah,
since day
who?
one.
You think who works for
Who, the
them?
T-Man or the
The E
JD.
Man.
the
Oh
Oh,
E-Man?
yeah.
God, yes.
Oh,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, matter
100%.
of fact, I
Yeah.
had the email pulled up here just a second ago. Let me see if I still
Well,
got it.
Netanyahu used the e-files in his last election against his opponent.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh,
can Challenge come back up? Because he's opposition, right? Or he can't.
He might be able. Well, I'm going to be shutting her down in 6 minutes anyway. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, 1 o'clock
Then never mind.
is the end of the live. But no, I mean,
No, we want to cut. We want to
yeah.
cut off Wiggly Worms challenge. We don't want them in jail for 4. They need to have public Wiggly Worm cuttings, and I will volunteer to do that. It would be such a pleasure.
And then they can get the Mohels to go over there and suck the blood of them.
That's right.
It's like you guys were doing it anyway. Oh, so you don't want to do it with an adult, just a baby.
No.
Have you
Yeah, just a
guys
baby.
heard the latest release? Epstein had a wiggly worm that was, one girl said it was less than 2 inches or about 2 inches. So he and Trump have a lot in common. And she said it looked like a lemon. That's how small it was. I guess it was really ugly and misshapen, probably from his circumcision. But they're now saying that. And a lot of these men with these little wiggly worms want children because a woman will start rereading the paper while he's humping her and not realizing he's down there. So that's why they want children. And it's sick and sad, but it's all over TikTok, guys. His wiggly
But
worm
have
is less than 2.
Have you seen all the? Have you seen all the women that have been that are married to these men and their children? They have their children around these people. Like they have their fucking children. Like what the fuck is this? It's like like they're fucking grooming all the fucking way from birth to right? Like what the fuck is this?
Did you find it?
It's insane.
Yeah, for the record, let me. I actually Googled Jeffrey Epstein tiny wiggly worm. It didn't come up with any good search results, but I've got my ad blocker. Unfortunately, I got to undo.
He's got
Hold on, let me-
Speedos on. He's got a full chest of hair. His stomach is full of hair, and they're talking about his little wiggly worm.
His chest hair is larger than his wiggly worm.
I could write Bible stories in his.
I have got the popcorn and I'm just sitting back right now. This is awesome.
Here we go.
The only pants bulge that Trump has is from his diaper. So.
Oh, good God! Hold on, that's what the fuck? That's like an. It popped that up. Here we
was
go.
Pizzagate during Hillary just projection?
I think
Oh my God, it's all projection. It's all projection. Every single thing that they accuse.
But you got to show the picture of him in his bikini.
Oh God, do I have to though?
Suit. Yes, please. There he is. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is a tiny ding dong.
And with all 5 of them together, they came up to about 2 inches altogether. And Challenge said he has a 2-incher. Challenge said he has a 2-incher as well, and it shrinks.
I can't imagine.
But wait though. So Challenger has.
I now understand why they hate black people.
They're like, oh no, oh no.
Well, you know what? I resent that.
Famous-
My 2 inches works just fine for me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ain't nothing wrong with 2 inches
the
as long as you know how to do other stuff. You know what I mean?
I've had women tell me, "Who do you plan on pleasing with that?" And I say myself.
Creativity. And I
Myself.
want you to look up this.
That's great.
Look up this picture of a black man on a beach. It was a nudist beach, and a white man was walking past, and then this black man walked past. It was insane how big the black man's wiggly were. Everybody was gawking at him. It was, and I couldn't believe they had this picture somewhere. It was floating up, and so Portivity, yes, you're right. Don't forget, in this country, for the first part of the last century, when they were making Christmas tree ornaments out of black men, the first thing they did was take off their wiggly worms, and they had a wiggly worm museum of black men's penises.
Wait,
Wow.
wait, what? Wait,
That was a rage.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I didn't mean to laugh at that. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, that's
Oh my
just
god!
awful.
Fuck!
That's awful.
So look that up. They would
But-
remove the genitals. Sometimes they stick them in their own mouth. But they had a museum in this country where man had all of these different black men's genitals in his stores. And don't forget, they used to ingest black bodies, from the ancient Egyptian mummies all the way up to slavery. They had a whole. Just think about. There's a book called The Delectable Negro.
Well, I'm sorry, Maverick, but that is really a substantial meal.
I can feed a whole family.
Wow.
I
Wow.
love you guys. I fucking love you guys.
Well, you know, the
when
North
you're
Vietnamese
hungry-
used to do it to the American soldiers, but they would stuff it in their mouth after they KIA'd them.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, for real?
For real.
Oh,
The North
see.
Vietnamese
You know,
would do that to the American soldiers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was I'm an artist, and I was at an art show one time, and there was a black male artist there also, and I swear it looked like he had the Sunday Oregonian rolled up in his pants, like, and all the women, all of us were like, oh my god, you know, we were soaking wet that entire show. That's all I'm saying. Like,
What does that mean?
we were ready to try to take it.
What does that mean? So I'm asking on behalf of Challenge.
We had Amazon panties
I'd be saying
the
nobody
whole
answered the
time.
question.
Like,
Is it Lance or Girth?
none
That's
of
the
us got
question.
away from the show without like flipping off our seats. It was terrible.
It looks like a pancake. It may only be this tall, but it's that big around.
It was hot, and by the end of the
More.
day, like you could smell the women. Like, yeah, it was terrible. It was just oh my god. Oh, and he was charming too. Like, oh my god, he would have had all of us.
Well,
Like,
you know what? But that is the white man's greatest fear. That's the fact that their women would breed. Of course, and once you breed with a black man, you no longer have white children. But that is a genetic annihilation. So that's why when Dr. King was talking about love and coming together, that was just as dangerous to white people as the Malcolm X message was fight back. Because if you loved it and people started mixing and mingling, you would erase whiteness, and that is the great fear of them, for sure.
Well, at least
They
skin
already
cancer
said
rates
that-
would go down.
That's right. Yeah.
When whites and blacks mated, that gave us Puerto Ricans.
Don't tell the Puerto Rican that.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That
Hey,
reminds
at
me of
least we
that.
can laugh about this crap.
That reminds me of that scene in The Godfather when they were talking about the homage to the Moors when the Moors took over. Was it Sicily?
Yeah.
And Italy. Yeah, because Moors were black people and then mated with
For almost 1,000
Italians,
years,
right?
1,000 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, I believe he even used the N word in the movie, talking about Sicilians.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He told. And listen, people who from Sicily know their history, right? Italians were treated with such vicious vitriol in this country in the early part of 1900. They were lower than dogs in a lot of places because they depicted them as swarthy and dark and oh, that was just terrible. Terrible how almost every ethnic group that came here had to get invited into whiteness, which is all of social construct.
Right.
That, right? But even the Italian, well, look up the Italians. There's a woman on YouTube. She's Italian and she does a deep dive into history. And she has old newspaper clippings of how they used to talk about that. It was so bad. It was almost where they were underneath black people in certain places. You know,
Wasn't it?
Is that Sophia
Wasn't
Petrillo
it?
from Golden Girls?
Wait, but
Sophia Petrillo.
Yeah, you
wasn't
said from
that?
Sicily.
She was Jewish.
But wasn't the Italian thing also there? Didn't it get better once the president had said something or whatever?
Lots of Fed.
Is that kind of what you're talking about?
What?
The president back in, I can't remember when it was, had stepped in and said something to make them fit in better, like you were saying.
Ah, fuck! My fucking chili's burning, guys. Holy shit.
Yeah. My ADHD, my points get all mixed up, so I don't know. But I read somewhere that something about the Italian thing where they were treated like shit, and then one of the presidents had stepped in and said something, and it changed their
their
status,
law.
I guess.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
There will be
I
no
still
dumb
haven't got any of the
bitches allowed.
females' opinions
Or
on
big vent.
length versus girth.
What?
What into what now? I heard somebody was
The ladies'
trumping.
opinions. I haven't heard any of the ladies' opinions on my question on that.
They're both important.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
that's
different
the easy
different
way
times.
out. You
Different.
have
No,
to
no. Different
Pencil-
needs
Are you going
have
for a
different.
consolation price?
pencil or a lemon.
Having experienced like multiple kinds of sizes, I would
There we
I
go.
would say that size does matter.
It
And
does.
No, it
Pencil
doesn't.
versus
Yes, it
lemon.
does.
Doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
If the
Pencil
size
versus
isn't there,
lemon.
it's
And
missed.
if you're not gifted with size, then you better like do lip exercises.
The size covers both length and girth. Pencil or lemon, pick one.
Don't listen, challenge.
you
It
know,
doesn't matter how big I am.
Lemon.
Challenge.
Country
You said
man.
you have
I know you have.
Wait
I
a
know
minute.
you have one because
You have
well,
a
at least
2-incher.
I think you have one.
Wait, excuse me.
And
Challenge said he has a 2-incher. Don't ever talk to any black woman about your lip balm.
yeah,
Ever.
no.
My
At the end of the
girlfriend's from
day, as
Mexico.
long
I
as
think
it
you
works
know
for
that-
me, I don't care. They make toys for you.
Challenge. You can't control how they fill up when they fill up, and so even on the same man, they can be extra wide one time and extra tall another.
Yes.
This is
Like,
true.
Yes.
This
It
is
is-
true.
Interesting. I did not
It
know that.
is
Yeah.
remarkably good because, like, I can stick with my
Get a
husband,
variety.
you know, because it still feels like variety. So
Let me just tell you this. Michelle Obama, with her almost 6 foot tall frame, would not be with Barack if he did not bring the goods. Okay?
Okay.
Barack is
Oh,
packing,
I
just so you
know.
know.
You know, that's the thing that I know about Trump is like I know he has never given a woman an orgasm.
Oh my God, no.
In
Yes.
fact-
No.
In fact,
No.
he believes that female orgasms are like Santa Claus and unicorns. Really nice ideas, but non-existent.
Well,
And-
we're eating the cats, okay? We're eating the cats. That's what
Hey,
Trump was.
hey, Maverick, have you ever met Serena Williams in person?
No.
My God, that woman is a tree. She is.
She's 5'10" and she's
Oh.
athletic. Yes.
I stood next to her, and let
And
me
her
tell you
sister
what.
is 6'1", so she's even taller.
Yeah, and that little white boy that gave her that baby isn't filling that void.
Well,
Some can. Some.
yeah,
There's,
some white boys.
there's exceptions. Yeah.
If they have Viking blood in them, they may
Arr.
be just as
Arr.
large as
I love the new screen photo with the
A
worm.
little bit softer. Somebody said they may be large, but they're just a little bit softer.
I wonder if that Neanderthal trait in the DNA, more Neanderthal. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Vikings are huge. Frenchmen, however, like there's a saying about the French, they fight with their feet and they fuck with their face.
But listen.
What's the word on Irishman?
Redhead men have massive.
Nobody talks about the Irish.
I'm redhead with freckles. Redhead with freckles.
Who's red? You said you have a 2-incher and you don't count.
Okay.
Freckles give
We already know.
schmeckles. A schmeckle?
Nobody mentions the
My-
Irish
my
because
schmeckle
it's
is a freckle.
embarrassing for the Irish, you know. Like
You people are
just
just
don't talk
terrible
about it.
today.
That's,
You're just
the
terrible.
Irish are probably the ones that invented that saying that size doesn't matter.
That's a good one.
I can't believe that 85 people are finding this to be lovely, enjoyable.
And
Because it's a break.
It keeps enlarging the photo.
Wait, now put that on your AI MAGA guy.
Hey, yeah. Hey, guys. We need to find a news reporter who's brave enough to ask Melania who was bigger, Trump or Epstein.
Oh my God.
You want it, baby?
I bet
You want
together
it,
they were.
baby? I'm gonna give it to you real good. Oh,
I
baby.
just want to. I
What
want
are
to
you doing
ask
with
her
my
who
photo
gave her
on
the
there?
better. Who gave her the better orgasm, Trump or the girl she took pictures with? Because
The girl.
I'm
The
pretty
woman.
sure it was the girl she
100%.
took pictures with. 100%. Yeah.
Like, you don't even need to think about that question.
No,
Just yeah.
Yeah.
Because women know women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Men know
He
men.
takes care of me.
Men are just confused by our whole body part. Like they get down there and they're just like, I don't know. This looks like an alien. I don't know where to start.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
love
me.
it. I love
You're
it.
hanging
But
out
what
with the
is
wrong
it?
men.
Cassie.
I get no complaints whatsoever.
I found my husband and
Cassie.
he knows everything about everything. Like he's good.
Cassie
He's good,
says,
but-
how did you get a
Melania
picture
has
of
been
my
satisfied
ex-husband?
many times by the pool guy.
I have been married 4 times, but I think it's more my deployments to war zones and my ability
No, it
to
might be that you've never found their clit. That's probably what it is.
Oh, I know what that is.
Hi, Cassie. Hi, Cassie.
According to the current one, I do. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Anytime you're deployed, you get your wife a dog.
So challenge accepted. So you were saying something earlier that you learned a lot about the smoking and everything, but have you like opened your eyes a little bit to stuff that we were saying over here?
Oh, no. Like I said, I love everybody and I respect everybody's opinion.
Right.
But I'm always going to be a conservative that wants lower tax. I don't vote for people. I vote for platforms.
Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a conservative since 2016. I don't understand why you guys keep throwing that moniker around.
Well, hold on a
because
second,
it's not
challenge.
true.
I mean, you realize that supply side economics is a farce to have unlimited tax breaks, right? Like it's a cycle. It's a cycle. This Reaganomics is a fucking cycle, man. They lower them, then the Democrats raise them to look like the bad guys for some reason. I don't know why.
No,
they've
they're just
chosen
the
that
honest
position.
people. Johnny, let me explain this to you because I know a lot about economics. And Challenge, let me explain this to you too. The conservatives will give you lower taxes and lower wages. And the fact is they'll keep you in poverty. The Democrats will work to get you higher wages because that actually ends up collecting more taxes. And when they look at like paying the bills and the services that they want to offer, like Medicare and Medicaid for everyone, then what they'll look at is, okay, that's going to cost this much per household, but how much are the households paying now for those same services? And they will end up saving you money while raising your taxes. So you might pay $40 per person in your household for Medicare for all, but it's going to end up dropping that bill for healthcare out of your household. And you will save $2,000 a month. And so the sales technique that they've given you for the conservatives is simply to get you supporting the billionaires. But you are also supporting your own poverty, and you're supporting cutting services that you may at some time need if you have a car accident, for instance. Like, we're all just 10 seconds away from being disabled. And the fact is that the conservatives are not going to take care of you. They're going to take care of the billionaires. And the liberal societies are the happiest societies overall. So you really need to consider your position, because you've been sold a bill of goods that is lying to you.
Wait, but Positivity, right? Isn't it the Social Security too has a max pay into per year or something?
It has a cap.
Yes,
If you
it's
make
got
above
a
a
max
certain
of
amount,
like
you don't have to pay.
$250,000 a year, and then you cap out, and the stuff that you earn above that you don't pay it. But there's a complicated issue with Social Security that way too. And the Social Security's gotten really complicated because the new there's no longer the jobs that people sit with and do for 30 years. That now people are gig workers. And so like programmers and stuff like that, some of the highest income earners are gig workers. So they'll go work on a gig for $1 million for 3 months, and then they won't work for the rest of the year. And the fact is, or a couple years.
I'll
and
do
so
that.
So it doesn't work anymore to collect Social Security the way they've been collecting it. But if you look at what Trump's doing, like he's saying, I'm going to lower your taxes and I'm going to put in tariffs. Well, we all pay tariffs. So he actually raised our taxes by quite a lot. And he raised everybody's taxes by quite a lot, but it's not buried into our income, and we don't see it on our daily check. So we think, oh, he lowered our taxes. Yay, I get $30 a month more because of Trump. But you actually pay out $200 more a month because of Trump. And so it's a lie, and they bury everything. And further about tariffs is that tariffs do not require the executive to be beholden to the people and serve the people. Income taxes require that everybody's paying their taxes. And if we all decided we don't like what the executive's doing, we would all, claim 200 deductions and keep all our money for ourselves and not pay and not file at the end of the year. And the executive would be in a bind because they would have no money to operate the government on. So
and they can't throw us all in jail.
Yeah, and tariffs overcome that problem of having to serve the people that you collect taxes from. And it's a terrible, terrible situation. And he is doing everything to destroy our democracy. So the platform that you voted for, it has the best salespeople in the entire world. They're the billionaires. They hire the best. Like, they can sell you a pack of cigarettes. They can sell you a car that will never run. Like, they are so good at their sales pitches, and the single, I'm going to lower your taxes. Like, that's the sales pitch that got you. It's a lie. And it means that they're going to land you in poverty for the rest of your life with no assistance. And you're buying their fake news political sale. That's what
the 1099 laws were the worst laws enacted in this country. That has single-handedly turned most of us into gig workers.
Yeah.
You want to hear what makes it worse for me?
What's that?
So I actually am a victim of unemployment where I had to resign because I wouldn't relocate. I worked for the federal government, and when the go back to the office or get fired choice came out.
You mean under Trump?
I just
like at the beginning?
Yeah. In February. And so not only did I vote for him, but I'm a victim of one of the government workers that are no longer working. It's okay. I mean, I got 3 degrees. I could get another job if I wanted. And I don't really need to work because I saved money while I was working, and I'm older. So I don't. So since I'm not paycheck to paycheck, and I don't have, and I don't need to worry about paying rent. I understand your points that you made. I think you're talking to like my kids who are
Trump
25
is
and
still collecting
struggling.
more taxes from you, Challenge, because of tariffs.
We'll
Like,
see.
you are still paying
We'll
more
see in 2
taxes
months.
Yeah, I
under
mean,
Trump because of tariffs.
if you
We will
buy
see in 2
anything,
months.
yeah. I mean,
You know, Poetry, the way that Trump sold that to all of us was basically saying that he went on Joe Rogan and literally said he was looking at abolishing income tax altogether and running the government off of tariffs, which would, essentially equate to a flat tax. But
Right.
obviously he is, unfortunately a bullshit artist.
A 10% flat tax would more than fund this country
Oh,
as
hell
long
yeah.
as it was across the board. Whether you
I would
make
do
$500 a
that.
week or $8 million an hour like Bezos, if you're
I
paying a
would do that.
10% flat tax, corporate,
Billionaires would be
private,
paying
No,
billions.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah,
No. People that make that much money should pay more taxes. Bullshit. Don't do that cross the board shit.
a 10%
I would go for
flat
10% because that's
10%
a
flat
lot
tax.
less than what I'm paying now.
A 10% flat tax would be brilliant, and everybody could collect it as long as you still had social services and they were generous.
Yeah.
Because poor people who are struggling and doing some of the hardest jobs in the country, frankly.
If you're making 50,000, you only pay 10%.
Yeah, you pay 10%, but then you also get food stamps, so it comes back to you. Like, as long as we still had really generous social services, we could do a 10% flat tax and totally fund the government and higher education and Medicare for all, and everything could be funded that way because the billionaires would be paying 10% on their upper incomes also.
they would
And
never.
so I think
They would
It
never
won't
pay
happen.
it. And flat
well,
tax
we
is
would
flat
have to
tax
we
is
would have to
regressive.
eliminate.
Yeah,
well, the
flat tax
problem,
is regressive though, because you're talking about burden. What's
not
the
if you
burden
up,
on
not
somebody?
if you up the
Right.
social
Yeah, think
services.
about the tax burden
If
on
I make
somebody.
$10, I pay $1 in taxes.
Yeah, and that $1 hurts a lot more to you than a billionaire paying 10%,
Right.
doesn't it? Yeah, sure as
Fuck
fuck
that.
does. You got
Make the billionaires
$30,000 a year.
Well,
10% for you is a lot harder than 10%
But
for
the
somebody making
revenue,
$1 billion.
if there's no rules and no tax cuts, the revenue would increase by trillions.
Well,
we
challenge it
can't.
really wouldn't
I mean,
because
honestly, I've got no problem with people making under 30,000 paying zero tax. That's not,
Exactly right.
But I
It
mean,
makes no sense to tax
it
them
should be
at
under
all.
60,000, Johnny. It should be under 60,000. Pay zero tax.
Yeah,
when I was making 50,000, I was paying 28%.
Yeah, because see, guys, you end up getting all that back at the end of the year anyway, or you pay nothing anyway, right? Either they take it for student loans that you didn't pay, or they give you a check. So why the fuck are we
pay
taxing
taxes
them
every
any
year.
goddamn way? Just don't tax them at all. Just tax
I haven't had a year
zero.
where I did not pay taxes.
Because here's the thing, though. This is about a wage issue, really. Because the taxes you can pay if you're making a decent enough wage anyway, as it is today, currently.
Yeah, taxes are not the problem. The problem is wages.
Well, yeah, and the problem that we have is we have incentivized companies to pay these fucking executives a massive amount of money. And that's what they're doing. See, we used to tax wages over a certain amount at fucking 90%, so people wouldn't even get paid that much, because why would you pay somebody when they're only going to receive like 10% of it, or, realistically 50% of it? They
I don't even
wouldn't
know
pay
what the
that.
current business
And what that did was businesses.
In order
Well,
to
hold
do
on.
that,
What
we
that
need to
did was
make laws again.
Hey,
Oh, go ahead.
what that
The problem
Oh, my
is the
God.
loopholes.
All right. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow
Thanks,
morning
man.
at 9 a.m. Central Time. We will see you guys there. Peace.
I'm gonna take
Yeah, thank you,
I'm gonna take my
guys.
big
See you
2
guys.
inches and go eat
Take your
lunch.
2 inches and
Have
go.
a good day,
go,
everybody.
Go show them
Go
the size
help
doesn't matter.
yourself.
Tell them size doesn't matter. We'll see you guys.
Bye.